We are live. If you listen to this, this means that you're an early listener. It means that you're loyal. And, yeah. I don't know what else to tell you. Let's have a look at this. Webcam. Hello, people watching live. Yeah, we're going to be starting soon. As soon as Stuart and Eric get here, they will be here shortly. They usually are pretty much on the dot. It is Sunday today. Just checking. We stream live every Sunday at 9 PM, and we just do a podcast about general stuff, mostly video games. Darren, hello Darren, how are you? In the chat, I can see ya. I got what I need. I haven't really played that much games this week, I have to say. I've been more making videos for the YouTube channel than doing anything else. And of course the arcade club. Daz. Pilch, hello, Pilch. Long time no see. It's a joke because I saw you yesterday. Yeah, bringing all that footage together today. Been doing my head in, but I've been managing to do it. Soul Brother number 1, hello. Everybody's on YouTube. YouTube. Yeah. Like I said, I haven't really played that much this week, so my section of what you've been playing ain't gonna be huge. But what can you do? How are you three? You having a good Sunday? Been chilling out, relaxing, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Yeah. I don't know where they are. They should be here by now. I'm stalling. Give me something to talk about. Oh no. This is like when Garth gets left on the air on Wayne's World. And you're like, what's the next big new game you're going to buy? Snooker 19, of course, is the next huge game. You're probably going to buy the same thing. Yourself, Soul Brother. You've probably seen the adverts everywhere. And let's face it, everybody is talking about it. You can't walk down the street without somebody mentioning Snooker 19 to you, what platform they're going to get it on and all that sort of stuff. Are the ball physics good? It's just a huge topic. But aside from Snooker 19, I don't know. I kind of thought that the Division 2 would have grabbed me. I've bought the Division 2. Didn't really get into it for very long. I'm level 10. I will eventually get through it. At the moment I'm playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and I'm not really that motivated to play it. And I don't know. Dreams, I think, is the next big game. I want to play Dreams. So Dreams is the game where you make your own game. The problem with that is it's just too big. Do you know what I mean? It's just too crazy. Rage 2, yeah, Rage 2 would be interesting. I would be sort of tempted by Rage 2. I suppose the problem with Rage 2 is that it... I don't know. What is my issue with Rage 2? I don't have one. Oh my god, there's Stu. That was louder than I thought it would be.
Okay.
Hello.
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 My name is Jared Joff. I noticed on page 5 of my manual that the motherfucker VCR.
Wow, it's a bit sweary.
Motherfucker. What motherfucker you talk about?
Jesus Christ.
Swear every motherfucking time. I'm talking
Apparently.
about motherfucking page 5 of my motherfucking manual.
Jesus Christ. What's up with Duke tonight? What is happening?
I don't like swearing.
Hey, what's up with Duke
Oh,
tonight?
I'm not too sure about sweary Duke.
Swearing
Here it
Duke.
is.
There you go.
Now
What?
we.
Party time! Get down! Do the bender! Come on!
Oh, so that means you'll be playing Red Dead 2 then, Eric.
Well, you know
well.
what? I'm actually planning on doing that.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
Hey, I'm not promising nothing. I'm just planning. Bart, just promise me you'll try to not freak out the blind guy. Just try not to freak out the blind guy. Look, Lisa, I can't promise I'll try, but I'll try to try.
I watched The Simpsons today, and
Oh, which episode?
it was the episode where they find an angel by a shopping
that's a
mall
great one.
construction, and it's a great and the thing that made me laugh the most in that episode is that Kent Brockman introduces the TV show like a panel show that Kent Brockman's doing. And he's like, and now for a 13th appearance on the show, Lisa Simpson. And it goes to Lisa Simpson, and she just goes, Kent. Like that. I don't know why. That
All right.
made me laugh
It's a
the
great
most.
moment, no doubt. My favorite moment of that episode is at the end when they're walking away from the whole, super mall, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that they walk away from the mall together, Lisa and Marge, everyone else is racing toward the mall, and they're like, we don't need to go to the mall. We're going to go home.
And
really-
Marge refers to Lisa as her angel.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a nice moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Right, anyway, we're fucking getting going like swear. I'm swearing now as well. It's you making me swear.
What motherfucking swear? What are you fucking talking about, motherfucker?
Well, Soul Brother wants to know, is that you supposed to be a black duke?
No, it's Jared Jaffa from the Musacha calls. I'll play it at the end of the show.
I'm
How's that?
sure you
Just
will.
Remind me.
Eric, I'm sure
Yeah, I'm
you
sure.
will.
You see,
Show. I mean, I can play it now if you want, but I figure you don't
Oh.
want it now.
only you know about these obscure references you make.
It's not that
I wanna share
obscure.
it with the world.
It's not that
See, it's
obscure, Stu.
obscure for me.
It's
for
obscure because
me.
you don't know it.
Musacha tape
I don't know it. It's obscure.
I know it.
You do not.
What?
You know the Musacha tapes?
I think so.
Really?
Are you sure?
Good for you. High five. It's nice.
Well done, you.
I don't.
All right, we ready?
Okay,
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
start
here we
the
go.
fucking show.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Yeah, get down. Come on, do the bit.
Welcome, yo, to the veteran gamers.
Stu, Duke, and Duke are the guys who have a lot of games that they play, and they're doing the song.
News,
No, we don't do news. We don't some reviews.
Story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
Spring break. Yeah. It's the veteran games.
Spring break!
It's the veteran gamers.
Do the bit.
Well, when are we gonna get rowdy?
Yeah. Come on.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Hello and welcome to episode 484 of the Veteran Gamers podcast.
Yay, 484! Woohoo! I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm the daddy.
There you go, yeah, the daddy.
Ah,
Jeez.
you thought I
was
forgot.
reminded. I
Yeah.
know, yeah. No
Uh,
thought about that in a long time.
That was a request by somebody that we met at the arcade
Was.
club, so I
Was.
said I would do that. Now I've done it.
Right.
It was
Y'all
hilarious.
had a time at the arcade club, eh?
Yeah.
meet up.
Did.
We had a meetup, so we've been every kind of almost every year. Last year we did it, but the year before that we skipped it. But then we did it the year before that. We've been meeting
Did.
at the arcade club in Bury or Bury.
No, it's Bury.
It's a constant hilarious joke that we say about the pronunciation of that place.
Bury.
Yes, so we met at the arcade club. We had a good time, and we played. Well, everybody else played games. I didn't play anything really, but it was fun. Had
You were
by
too busy being documentarian.
I've come to realise that Stu has got
Yeah.
it really good with me.
I have it cushy.
You have it very cushy, Stu.
I do. It's good.
Because
Pushed
right,
it.
I worked. Duke, let me just give you an insight. But
You
by the
worked
way,
hard.
it went really well. The meetup, it went really well. Great
Yay.
people turned up, new faces, old faces. I'm so happy, right? Even though Paul, I don't know where the fuck Paul went. We saw him once and then he disappeared.
Yeah, Paul was
Where
weird.
did
He
Paul
just
go?
Came
Paul.
anywhere. I looked for him.
We looked.
and there
I
was no
actively. We put him
sign.
down for the Bomberman tournament, and I couldn't find him. I was like, "Where did Paul go?"
I was trying to understand why you paid 16 quid for 10 minutes.
I don't know. I don't know, but a lot
Very odd.
a lot
Maybe
of
he got
men
an emergency call. He had to run home.
a lot
Well,
of
no,
men have
just
paid
disappeared.
a lot of men have paid a lot more for a lot less. Trust me, Stu. So if Paul's listening, please write in and tell us that you're still alive. I would like to know if you are still alive. But anyway, we did the meet. All that we'll talk about that all that. But Stu has it cushy. I'll tell you why. So we met up at the arcade club, and I am making a podcast.
Yes.
Right?
Huh?
I am making 3 videos. Count them.
Yeah.
3. So that's 4
3.
pieces of content.
Wah.
I also
Wah.
pretty much sort of tried to run around for the tournament after she was
You
like,
did?
I don't know, fuck it. And the tournament, by the way, right,
Was good.
almost, it was good eventually, but the Bomberman tournament that we held at
Oh,
1
yeah.
o'clock almost didn't happen because
Didn't.
I couldn't get Stu off Thumper.
Hey, we're playing Thumper, man. No, it
Oh,
was
for fuck's sake, Stuart! You can
That's
play
not
that
the truth.
anytime, anywhere. What
So-
are you
That
doing?
is not the
so-
truth.
So Stu's playing
That's
Thumper on
true.
the big screen, and I said, Stu, can you get off because we need to set up Bomberman? And he's like, nah, sure, you know, and I was like, no, we need, come on, get off. And I kept on touching him, and then, and surely when we got Bomberman ready, I said, all right, click Bomberman, let's go. The cartridge wasn't in the Switch, and then I had
That's
to run off.
Well, not my fault. It wasn't
Yeah,
fucking in there.
but if I'd have fucking switched it on when I asked you to, we would have found that problem out quicker.
That was literally a minute earlier.
Bollocks! No,
It was
I
about
10
a
minutes
minute
before
earlier.
10 minutes before 10 to 1. I said, Stu, get the fuck off that thing now. I want to get Bomberman on, and you're like, nah, Thumper.
Well, like my
Thumper."
wife, I'm like, just let me get to the end of this level.
Look, my
Why does
lesson,
it matter, Stuart? You could play that game anywhere. This is social event.
my
No, but
lesson
it's
learned
still on a
is
massive
that
screen.
with a tournament, right? Just get it ready like 20 minutes before.
Yeah,
and-
because they then couldn't find the cartridge, so that
Oh, it
took
was
a
a
while. They
fucking
did find it
nightmare.
eventually, bless them. So they did get it wherever it was hidden.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
Well, tournament itself was great.
tournament itself went really well. There will be video footage going up on the YouTube channel shortly.
About 6 years.
Don't be so sure of yourself, Duke, because it's coming. And
When I
yeah, well,
Have you not seen, Duke, how many videos Chinny has uploaded in the last 7 days? He's
Well, I
gone
know he
mental.
has lately, but in the
Mental, I'm
past,
telling you.
he's not got a great reputation for being speedy.
He hasn't,
It
but
is.
What's it?
he's turned over some new leaf or something
know,
because
I
he
don't
is.
know.
posting
Maybe, but
stuff.
sometimes that only lasts a short time.
yeah, that's
Well,
true. That
We'll
is
see, but
true.
I think he's on it. I think he's on it.
Yeah, I can tell you this, Duke. I have definitely created a project, moved footage onto a timeline, and organised said footage.
That
already.
reminds me, you don't do Final Cut Pro anymore, huh? So
I
what do
do.
you use?
I at the moment I use Premiere Pro only because, and the only reason I use Premiere Pro is because I don't use Premiere Pro at work. I use Final Cut Pro at work mainly.
It's not like Final Cut Pro is like not in a persona
no,
non
no,
grata
no.
community now.
If I could have my choice, I would have Final Cut Pro everywhere. But the way it is that streaming and doing OBS and all this bollocks is way easier on the PC, and and also it keeps my eye in on Final Cut Pro on Premiere Pro as well, just because for my job, it's just good to sort of know how to use Premiere Pro now and again. Because people ask me questions about it, but yes, I will get it
Welcome
going.
to the veteran gamers where we talk about which video editing.
Non-linear editing software we use, but
Look, it's all relevant. It's all
but yes,
relevant.
so the tournament went really well. Lots of people there. I was in the final of the Bomberman tournament. Would you believe? And
Who actually won the thing?
it was my friend Neil Cooper who actually won the Street Fighter tournament.
Why
Neil-
don't you make it so they can't win 2 tournaments? That's bogus.
I know he won.
Well,
He's won the Street
what are you
Fighter
gonna do?
tournament, but he also won a Veteran Gamers T-shirt provided to us by Pete. So
Yep.
thank you very much, Pete.
And
We
a
also.
trophy.
I was going to give the second T-shirt away to the second place, but I wasn't going to give it to myself because I'm a cool guy. So I decided to have a playoff for the second T-shirt. So I picked everybody in the sort of the last leg of the tournament, and I said, right, you're playing for this T-shirt. Good luck. And it was a chap called Ryan that won the T-shirt. So congratulations to Ryan.
He did.
Unfortunately, the T-shirts are XL, and Ryan was not an XL, but he's just going to have to put a lot of fucking weight on to make it
You can
work.
wear it as a sleep shirt.
Exactly.
It'd be
So.
fine. Tuck it in.
But it was-
Tuck
Sleep
it in.
shirt. Bullshit.
But
Not a
the
view.
arcade
Fan-
club was great. It was really really good. A lot of fun. And yeah, I really enjoyed
Aside
it.
from the things you've already mentioned, what was your what's the highlight of the thing?
It's always so cliche to say, but I think
seeing-
that the highlight is seeing everybody. It really is.
Who did you meet new? Who's someone that you hadn't met before?
I tell you someone I haven't met before. John. John was somebody I hadn't met before. When I saw John, I saw his face, and I went, I recognise that man's face. I don't know why, but I know that I've seen that face before. And and he kind of was loitering around us, and I said, "Hello, my name is Mike," and he says, "I'm John," and then I found out that I sort of followed him on Twitter, and he'd been listening to us for about 3 years, and
Thanks for coming out, John.
yeah, and it wasn't that far for him. He's been there before, so he was on his own. I understand it's very difficult for people to come to a meetup where they don't really know. Like John didn't know anyone, so I kind of feel like it's my job to make sure that everybody's welcome, everybody's good. I make sure that I speak to John as much as I can. I make sure that I get him in the video, so not only that people who were there know John, that people who watch us and listen to us know who John is, and just try and be as inclusive as I can. But yeah, John is a gentleman. I think he sort of hung around with my brother and my brother's mate quite a bit, that because they was a very similar age. They bonded over Mortal Kombat, I believe, so it's all good.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I'm a bad person because I have met John before but didn't remember.
That's correct. You met him at EGX.
I met John at EGX. Yeah, he's one of SLH's friends.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. And they came to EGX. I've met him. I think I'm in a picture with him somewhere, possibly.
Yeah.
So I am.
I wasn't
really
there.
bad person.
I was okay. I was in the clear because he said I hadn't met him before. But no, the arcade club was great. It was fantastic. The arcade club. People that Sumu sent me a lovely message. Saying what a great meetup. Hopefully Stu won't be there next year, and I said we can work on that.
Yeah, we can work on that. We can work.
And
on it.
nobody said that he felt welcome, and his son Will felt welcome. I'm so grateful that Robin from the Overseas Connection came over, and he literally just dashed off, and we were still having our meal by the time he landed in Belfast. That's how kind of drastic it was. It was incredible.
And he brought us gifts.
Bongo brought us gifts. Derek Signs brought us gifts. Derek Signs brought my brother a 40th birthday present.
Nice.
It's just a lot of love, and I always come back from those things anytime we meet any people from the community. It's just it's what.
Hey, it's the first time I've ever played that non-ironically.
Yeah, I think this community it's steady growth. Do you know what I mean? Like we grow very slowly, but I quite like steady growth because then you get to know people. I don't think I'd be scary if it got too big because I wouldn't know people by first name. I kind of pride myself to try and know people by first name.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, so if you're listening to this for the first time, this is your first time listening to our podcast, turn off. We don't have any more room.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't want any more people.
No, get the fuck out of it.
Can I just say, I've had a kind of a taste this week of what it might be like to be very popular and big. Because fuck me, if I get one more fucking "you've got a comment on YouTube" on a video comment in me inbox,
the other reason
commenting on our fucking videos.
So-
no, it's really ridiculous.
So this is another reason why Stu was. We was kind of waiting outside the arcade club, and I walked over to Stu's conversation, and he was like, "We've had fucking loads of views on YouTube
No,
lately."
I said Chinny. I said you've had.
And I was like, "Here we go." He's fucking coasting off my success.
I'm not
boss.
coasting off any success.
All
I
right,
said
I'm
Chinny. I actually said Chinny's snooker video has had a lot of views.
It has.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, it's well over 1,000. It's like 1,000.
We have got just to give you an insight to our YouTube channel. So there might genuinely be people watching that have never seen us before tonight on YouTube.
Help us. We are not going to be talking about snooker here.
We are absolutely going to be talking about snooker.
No,
But
fake news.
we have got 100 subscribers in the last 5 days.
Nice.
On YouTube, which is, so we've.
That's all down to snooker.
It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And
it is insane.
It's so
honestly,
great.
I am not joking about the number of comments I keep getting, but
the comments are big.
A load of stuff.
The comments are big as well. These people give a fucking shit about snooker. They care so
They
much.
really do care.
There is somebody in the chat.
Speaking of weird games that people don't care about in America, but that are very popular over there, there's this Vox series on Netflix called Explained. Have y'all watched that at all?
I've seen Vox. Yeah, I've seen Vox.
It's
yeah.
good. Anyway, they have one about cricket, which is hosted by Asif Manvi, and it's all about the history of the game and the change that happened with 2020, whatever that is, the T20.
Oh yeah, 20 overs
Yeah.
each is what
Right.
2020 is.
So anyway,
It's a
that's
very short game of cricket, which you would like.
3 hours, yeah, compared to 5 days, it is.
Oh, it's
short.
done in a night. I mean, it's done and dusted in a single evening.
Watch the documentary.
Can I squeeze in between you two? Just to let people know, there are people in the chat, and there is somebody in the chat that he's watching right now purely because I uploaded videos about snooker. So everybody say hello to Mr. Baba Django, who's in the chat.
Hello, Mr. Baba Django.
I do apologise, Baba Django. I know I have been making a lot of snooker content, but tonight will be very short about snooker, and it'll be about lots of different things. But I appreciate it. But we also have Pilch in the chat. Soul Brother is also in the chat. Darren is in the chat.
Pilch.
You got a clip of me.
There's a clip of him.
There's a clip of Darren, and of course Pilch was there. I was so happy to see Pilch. I haven't seen Pilch for a while, so it was great to see him. Mark, so my gunslinger, we know him as Mark. And his friend Ross, who last time I saw them was at the EGX after party, the midlife gamer party, and they made me Scottish by association. So they let me, because I swear a lot, I kind of qualify to be Scottish. So Mark was there. It's just you know, there's a lot of people there, and it was just
There was a lot of people
It
there.
was cool. It was cool.
There was a lot of people there, and we should also mention Andy, of course, who's the owner or co-owner, I think it is, of the arcade club. Nice, very nice man. And he's opening yet another one. So he's opening a second one in Leeds, and he's hoping to open a third one.
Yes.
Because he has that many arcade cabinets, he can open 3.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's true. And he said the Midlands would. He said the Midlands would be a good place. To get one. But anyway, you know.
Speaking of Scotland,
Kilt, 1 Loch Ness Monster, and 1 Bottle of Bell Scotch whiskey. That comes to $222.27, please.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap.
Yeah, excellent.
We interviewed Andy as well. So Andy is the kind of like the founder of Arcade Club. And he was very generous to give us an interview, and we asked him a few questions. So those questions will be also uploaded to the.
It's come a long way in 4 years.
What do you call it? The YouTube channel. There, so we'll put that up as well. So it's all kicking off on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I listen. I've got Mr. Baba Django to defend me in the chat tonight. I don't give a fuck what everybody else thinks. Pilch was giving me shit about snooker, right? I am going to be focusing on snooker for a wee while on our YouTube channel, because that's...
You are Scottish. A wee while.
I know, yeah, what was that all about?
A wee while. So there is there's you know what's weird, right? There are 3 snooker games coming out at once. There hasn't been.
Hey, Stu, you gotta let that go. I know I said it.
I can't. I know. I just
please.
Say I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's really not funny. But the
there's 3 games coming out. Yeah.
So it's the official snooker game, the last official snooker game to have the license. So Duke, you're American, so you don't quite know what's going on. You know, with the names and the players and the things, right? All the things was 2011. Right, 2011 was the last one.
I listened to your episode where you interviewed that lady.
Correct. So I did that, and then so it's been fucking ages. And the other ones that have come out, Snooker Nation. Let me give you an insight into the snooker world. Right, Snooker Nation is kind of like the bargain bin version of snooker games. Right, it's the shitty like.
If you have nothing else to play.
There's nothing else. I just want to play snooker badly. Snooker Nation is the one, right? And you know, there was nothing else, right? Think of a food. Name a food you don't like, Duke.
Kale. Ugh.
Kale. I'm with you there. Right. Imagine post-apocalyptic. You're absolutely stuffed. You haven't eaten for weeks, and you see some kale. You eat it because it's the only thing you do.
I do not.
You do, right? And that's.
I like kale.
That situation, but I'm not touching this shit.
So Snooker Nation is like kale. It's like, well, it's the only thing I've got, so I'm gonna have to get.
Are there any other humans around? Can I eat them?
No.
I would prefer cannibalism before cannibalism.
Okay. So then,
Joe.
there's the other snooker game is Snooker 19. So this is the one that I interviewed that lady on the YouTube channel, and it's coming out, and it's That's all good, great. And then there's a third one. There's a third snooker game coming out, and it's called This Is Snooker, and it's made by the makers of This Is Pool. And they had this amazing idea to go, hey, what if we take away the word pool and put snooker on it and make a snooker game? And everybody went, yay. They actually have made a snooker game before, but This Is Snooker seems to be getting a lot of love, and there's a few. Most people are liking Snooker 19, but there's a few people that go, hey, this is snooker. I'm gonna buy this is snooker. Fuck this game.
Have you noticed as well? I'm just having a look on YouTube. It's called Stephen Hendry's This Is Snooker.
I've seen the trailer for it. Let me get the fucking trailer of This Is Snooker on the screen, because Stephen Hendry is, let's just say, not the most interesting of characters in the world. He's probably, Duke, for you, Stephen Hendry is one of, if not the best snooker players that has ever lived. Right? No joke. He is one of the best. He's also one of the most boringest people I have ever laid my eyes on. People have died looking at him. Right? He's that boring, and he's just a very boring person. Once, right, a dog looked at him and fell dead. That's just kind of what he does, right? He's just a not very interesting man.
I think dogs were hurt by boring people. But
yeah, I know. It's like he looked at a painting and the painting got so bored that it melted and ran away from the canvas. Like he's just
attention spans. Wow, I'm learning all sorts of things tonight.
Yeah. So this one's made by Wufu Games, and it's
what?
Yeah, Wufu Games.
Really, I heard that right.
Have they made anything else?
Yes, they've made This Is Pool. So anyway,
that's right. You mentioned that.
So yeah. this snooker game, people are kind of like, oh, this is going to be better than Snooker 19. I'm like, really be careful about that. The trailer looks cheap as fuck for a start. Like I think Stu could have made this trailer. It wasn't.
I did incidentally.
I think you did make the trailer. Yeah,
I did.
How
did you know?
Just look at the man on the screen there, Duke. Isn't he the most boring man you've ever seen?
He looks exciting and interesting.
There was some controversy. I will shut up about snooker now, but there was some massive controversy.
Well, people want to know. People are
interested. I know, there's people yelling at the screen. No, don't shut up about snooker. Keep talking.
Right. Okay.
After the videos, people will be tuning in just to hear about snooker.
People bother me to make the EGX video, and I made the EGX Res video, right, and it gets about 200 views. I make a video about snooker, and it's got 2,400 views. So who the fuck am I to know what people want?
Don't move on yet. People are listening just for the snooker.
Exactly. Right. So I forgot what I was going to say now. I was getting so. Oh right. There's a big, massive thing that happened, and I went onto the BBC News website, and Snooker 19, yes, not snooker, the game Snooker 19 was in the news on the BBC, and I was like,
the what?
What the fuck is going on? Why is everybody giving a shit about this fucking game all of a sudden? And the reason, right, why Snooker 19 was on the news is because there's a snooker player called Mark Williams. Mark Williams won the world champion back in 2000. I think he won it again in 2003, and then he won it last year in 2018. And he's a fantastic snooker player, very good at lung pots, and he's a Welshman, right? And I bring up that he's Welsh.
That explains he's Welsh. Should have mentioned earlier.
But people, you joke, but people are absolutely serious. And somebody commented saying, no, there is a long history of people being racist towards Welsh people in snooker. But
is
anyway,
that what they reckon it is? I was joking.
There is a history behind it. I kind of fobbed it off, but somebody said there is a history of the apparently this is all. But this is not me. This is theory. But Mark Williams is not on the front cover of Snooker 19.
It is a bit weird.
He is the current world champion of snooker. So he won it last year, Duke. He is the best snooker. He isn't ranked one.
Because he's Welsh, he's getting a raw deal.
Some people think that he's Welsh. I kind of think because he's not the best looking man in the world. I know that's not a joke, right? He's not the most photogenic person.
It's kind of. I mean, they had Ronaldo, don't they, on FIFA up until his indiscretions.
Ronaldo,
they go for the good-looking.
Ronaldo is a beautiful man, right? So,
but he is a great player as well. So he's got both going.
Trust me, if Chris Hemsworth, was rank 100 on snooker, they would put that beautiful face on. You know what I mean? He's just a beautiful man. No one should say anything bad about him. But like, it's just. I think it's because they want a youthful look, and I know Ronnie O'Sullivan is not a young man. Ronnie O'Sullivan is also a very famous snooker player, Duke, but he's a veteran snooker player. He's a classic snooker player, but he's on the front cover. But I just think Mark Williams may not be the most and that sounds terrible, doesn't it, Stu? That sounds awful thing to say.
Terrible.
But when you're trying to sell
what
a game,
you're saying is because he's a bit of an ugly bloke.
I didn't
he's not
say.
allowed on
Well,
the
I
front
did say
cover.
ugly actually, but look, this is.
Well, not the best looking, ugly, similar, isn't it?
I didn't make the fucking cover, all right. So I made a video about why I think Mark Williams wasn't on the cover. I made a video about should you buy Snooker 19, should you buy Snooker Nation 19, all this shit, and I'll be covering more on snooker because
so when's Snooker 19 out? When's it actually
Snooker 19? The actual Snooker 19 is coming out on the 17th of April, and now get this.
Oh, that's this week.
Get this, Snooker Nation 19, right? This is how fucking sneaky Snooker Nation 19 is out on the 16th of April.
Well, that's Tuesday.
Because they obviously went, oh fuck, oh no, Dave, have you still got those? Dave, have you still got the snooker files? Can you change something for me? Well, yeah, what do you want to change? Can you change the number 16?
Change your accent in the middle of a sentence.
Can you change the number 6? Where are you from anyway? Can you change the number 16 to 19? Yeah, no problem. Save, print, done. That's Snooker Nation 19.
Okay. Can I just also mention there's something else coming out on the 16th as well?
Yes, do tell.
There is something else that Chini's also excited about, so he's going to be torn this week.
Is it Dreams?
It is. The Dreams Early Access comes out on Tuesday.
Oh, no. Well, that's early. I can't.
Indeed you do.
You said Chinny's going to be what?
Excited.
No, you didn't.
That's what's going on.
Oh, torn.
Things fine and torn.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the first strike of the episode. Fantastic stuff. But the 3 strikes that were out. So, yeah,
we're out of here.
I've been really, really excited about Dreams. I have, but I am Natalie and Brilliant torn because the people, Stuart, the people want to know what I think about these fucking shiny balls. But I have
let me ask you a
wanting
question.
To play Dreams. Yes.
Are you going to be crazy enough to buy both snooker games to compare, or are you just going to go?
I tell you what, I am way crazier than that, Stuart. I am
what?
buying.
You're going to buy all 3?
I am buying all 3 snooker games, and not only that, Stu. Wait.
Christ.
I'm not only buying all 3 snooker games. Snooker 19. I'm buying it on all 3 platforms. I'm buying it on the Xbox, the PlayStation, and when it comes out on the Nintendo Switch.
What the bloody hell?
Hey, there's
a few...
actually
though.
Yes, go on.
Actually, though, I might go for the Switch version of Snooker 19 because I ain't paying for online on the other 2, but I might play online on there with you because I like snooker. Funnily enough, I'm a big snooker fan.
I'll tell you why. There's an invested interest for the YouTube channel, so that's a reason why. Yeah. The other reason is to support the game. I'm a massive snooker fan, very passionate about snooker, as anybody who listens to this show knows. So just to kind of give them a few bit of extra money, I'm happy to do that. But also, the other reason is because I fucking love snooker. Don't you know already that I love snooker?
Like, no, but you don't really need 3 snooker games.
I know. I did want to... the other thing is because of this kind of newfound interest on YouTube, people are going, oh, are you playing it on the PlayStation? Well, I've got it on the PlayStation. I'm like, oh, no. So
on everything.
So what I'm going to do, I bought it on both platforms because I'm going to be streaming it live on the 18th of April and on the 25th of April, which is the Thursday night streams. And people can play with me. Yeah, go, Duke.
Yeah. Well, what I want to know is this there's so many people who are into snooker? Is it that there are so few outlets for those who are into it?
There are about 3 different YouTube channels that make content about snooker video games.
I gotcha.
And they're both
filling a niche hole in the market.
They're both very nice as well. They've even commented on my videos. They're so nice. One is I'll promote them. How about that? I'll promote them. I forgot their names. One is really cool. His name is Tommy Triangle.
Tommy Triangle, I love it.
That's a brilliant name, isn't it?
It's a brilliant name for snooker.
'Cause that's what you-
Tommy Triangle.
Tommy Triangle. And then the other one, where is he? There is another one called Kenny Little.
Is
I haven't.
he Kenny Blackspot?
No, Kenny Little. I haven't really watched any of Kenny Little's videos. And then there's another one called Captain Godspeed. Captain Goodspeed. And the reason why I like Captain Goodspeed is because he's Geordie, and when he says snooker, he says snooker.
Good God.
Nice.
Snooker.
That's how we have to call it now.
And it's because I'm from Wolves, so my accent is just crap. But his accent is way better than mine, so I enjoy watching that. So you're right, dude. It is. There's not many people doing it, which is probably why it's done well.
Yeah.
Well, keep them coming, man. People want to know what you think.
Yeah, but I have warned them on my last 2 videos. So I've got I uploaded another snooker video tonight, and I'm doing another one tonight, and.
How many things can you load about snooker? Though?
I don't know.
Really, how
I don't
many
know.
Videos
It's-
can you really
Let's
make?
find out.
I know.
It's
How many
kind of
videos
like
can I make?
it's kind of like when you're wiping your bum and you can't get it quite clean.
Oh my God!
And
All right, now we're ready to move
Right,
on.
moving on.
That was our story time segment.
Jesus Christ!
Story time's over.
It's like
isn't it?
it's like there's a magic marker down there. You don't know why.
Oh, holy shit!
It's weird.
Wow.
Let's do play.
Anyway, listen up.
In the chat, you look, you gotta be ready for anything. So in the chat, Rob is in the chat. He was at the meetup. Rob,
He was
with his friend
Rob.
Paul.
I sat next to Rob.
You sat next to Rob.
I
And
did.
Rob is the person that didn't have a chicken
Very
dinner when
nice
I
man.
got mine last year. Pilch said he's still shitting pizza because we had a big pizza after the
Yeah,
after
well,
the
no,
meetup.
some of us had a normal pizza and some of us had a big pizza.
Yeah. Pilch, Chris, my brother Pete, Paul Jones, Jonah had.
Yeah.
They all had a big large.
And
pizza.
Derek was the champion.
Oh my
'cause he
God,
ate
Derek signs absolutely,
everything.
but he ate it like just an assassin. Do you know what I mean? He just slowly ate
He
it.
was workmanlike. He
like
just
a
went through that
beast.
whole pizza.
Like a
It was
beast.
impressive to see.
Luckily, Mr. Baba Django doesn't only like snooker, so we will be talking about other things. He says he likes the Division 2 and other games, so yeah, please stick around.
Yep.
And Hayden Abbey asked me, who is my favourite snooker player? Who is my favourite snooker? At the moment, it's Judd Trump. Judd Trump. I played.
How to touch
Boo, Trump, boo.
I
horrible.
played Judd when he was 11 years old, right? And I was 15, I think, which is about that's about right. I think he's 30 now. So and do you want to? I could count. Do you want me to tell you how many shots that I had against Judd Trump in one frame?
Yeah, let's hear it.
2.
3.
2.
Oh, so close.
I had
Wow.
2 shots against him.
That's
He was
because
11.
ran.
It's because he cheated. He's a fucking cheater, that Judd. No, he's just a brilliant player and a fantastic thing to watch. Just this 11-year-old kid absolutely wiped the floor with me. So I'm always backing Judd. Mr. Trunks is in the chat as well. So let's crack on.
Well, just before we do that, I came to a decision at the arcade club.
What did
Ooh.
you decide?
We're gonna go ahead and have the surgery.
Nope. I came to a decision.
What
to a
decision
decision.
is that?
The decision was that when the Oculus Quest launches later this year, I am more than likely going to be upgrading.
Now, why do you want to do a thing like that?
Well, do you know what? I've not played it for a while, but I played Beat Saber again, and fucking hell, that game is good.
Yeah.
That game is so good, and I'm not saying that you should buy an Oculus Quest or an Oculus Rift or any of that just to play
Yeah,
Beat Saber.
Yeah.
But flip me, that game is good.
See that
So,
this is the
Oh.
thing, right? Like because of the meetup, the arcade club meetup, I've come to the conclusion that when I go to EGX or when I go to the arcade club and stuff like, I've just come to the conclusion that I can't play that many games because I really wanted to play Beat Saber so badly.
Why didn't you just do it? Why didn't you just do it?
I was busy doing all the other
I
shit.
know, but you could have got it. God, it's only 15 minutes. You could have gone them.
No, but you had to
down
wait for
15
it.
Minutes.
You had to wait
Yeah,
for it.
but he told us half an hour and it was like 10 minutes.
I did go up to him and said, "Do you know who I am? Do you
Yeah,
know? Do
sure.
you know how many
I
snooker?
am.
Do you know how
Motherfucker.
many snooker videos I fucking made?"
But I'll tell you, I've got to say, the lad who was manning, because they've changed it all around a bit. The VR stuff used to be in the main room, and now they've taken all the pinball machines out of that like a little room at the side and put the VR in that instead. So they've got.
He's just cut out.
Yes, he has.
Stuart's cut out.
So he was very knowledgeable.
Stu,
He
you
was
cut out. You
like,
cut out. Stu,
Cut out, you punk. We don't know what you said.
You cut out,
God
you
damn.
bitch.
I was saying,
And-
wow.
and-
Which bit did you hear up to?
To be honest, I was ignoring all of it. So you
Anyway,
have to
shut
start
up.
again.
So anyway, what I was saying was I was queuing up to go in, and then the guy who was manning the VR stuff was totally like into it. I mean, so more into, and I'm into VR, right? But he knew like the technical specs for everything, what it was going to be like, how it was going to connect. He knew all that shit. I mean, he was proper like, he was like, it's like, you know, when you search for something on the internet and then you get all this information. He was like that, but I didn't have to do any searching. I just asked him. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he was a cool dude, the guy who was manning it. But yeah, Beat Saber is so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to be getting the Quest because that can play pretty much the normal Oculus games on there. So that's going to be more for gaming than it is the Go currently is. So I'm going
Okay.
to upgrade.
You do that.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
Hey.
Right, we should talk about some other games anyway. Let's talk about Spin the Wheel, Chitty. We got the wheel. Have we got a wheel?
Yeah, sorry.
Wheel of fish.
I wasn't ready for it. We've got a new subscriber on YouTube right now as we
Yay.
speak.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. While I'm stalling, Hayden Abby asked me a question. Just read out that question, Stu, while I'm doing stuff.
Damn it, Chinny, what is up with your butt? You started to talk about it and then you've stopped. Keep talking about wiping your butt.
No, here's the
Oh,
serious
is that the
question.
wrong one? Sorry.
That's a wrong question. How did you get to play him? I'm assuming that means Judd, whatever his name is. And who will you pick in the Snooker 19 career mode?
How did I get to play him? It was a under 21s tournament, and it was a Midlands wide under 21s tournament, and I lost to him, but I did beat Rhiannon Evans, who was the world women's champion, so that was all fun. And then I will probably play as Judd Trump or Rory McLeod, who is the only black snooker player. So to represent the black people in snooker, I'm going to play as the only one that is a professional snooker
Make way for a panther. What?
Goodo. We have the random name generator, so we're going to pick who's going to be talking about whatever fucking games they've been talking about.
Exactly.
Shit, don't land on me. Oh, bollocks. Right, okay.
Did it land on you?
It landed on me. The only game, I promise I won't talk any more snooker, unless somebody asks in the chat, of course. But the only real game that I've been playing this week has been Minecraft.
Yay, Minecraft!
Now, I honestly thought, I genuinely thought that my days with Minecraft were done. I really did. I just thought that, like, Minecraft came and it went and... There it is. I was waiting for that. It came and it went, and I was happy with that. You know, I had my time with it. I made my big fuck off mansion, and I was good. And the only reason I liked Minecraft back in the day is because on the 360 we had a shared server that Parsnip knows and everybody used to run, and it used to literally just run off a 360, just going idle.
It was crazy, wasn't it?
It was mental. And Stu, you came in and you made a little shitty house.
I built some sort of like modern looking
Yeah.
heavy rain type house.
Yeah,
with a
and
basement and everything.
I think John Mouse blocked all my doors with.
You did.
With,
And
with
I built a giant penis in your garden. if I
massive
remember
giant
right.
penis, and then somebody built a stadium in my front garden.
Yeah,
and all that
you
sort of
went away. Yeah, big football stadium outside your front door.
And I was done, and then they announced Realms, which is about 3 years ago, I think they announced Minecraft Realms, which is kind of like you can buy a server, you can rent a server. I was like, that's a great idea, and it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You can be on the Xbox One, you can be on the PC, you can be on the calculator, and
As long as you use the shitty Windows 10 version.
as long as you use the Windows version and not the Java version. But so as that, I was like, great. I can't wait for that. That was 3 years ago, and then it never happened. And I was like, well, that it's never going to happen. And by chance, a couple of weeks ago, because we stream. I say me because I do all the work on this fucking show.
You fucking do.
I stream every Thursday some random shit, and I asked somebody in the chat like, what should I stream? And I think it was Antonio, and he said Minecraft, and I was like, getting back into it. I was like, oh, I do miss Minecraft. It's quite relaxing. And I've been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, and I've not been feeling it. Me and Sumu at the arcade club was talking about losing our gaming mojo, right? And he's lost his a little bit. And just Assassin's Creed Origins has really sort of took the wind out of my sails. But Minecraft, and Duke, you'll attest to this, there's something quite therapeutic about Minecraft. There's something, I mean, it's the music, it's the fact that you're not really doing anything, but you're doing a lot, and there's
Well,
just
you don't have to worry about defeating enemies, especially on our server, because we turned off Marcanix is the one running it.
Yeah.
Turned off the mobs, except on Mondays and Saturdays, I guess they're going to do now.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, I mean, I was on it when they were there, and they were pissing me off. Yeah, and it's just like, and the realm started. I don't know. I think I saw a random tweet by Filthy, and he said we've got a server, and I went, holy shit, get me in that shit now, Phil. And he said no, and I said please, and then he said go on then, and we so we did, and then I got in. I got in pretty early. I think I was probably like the third or fourth person to actually get into the server, so there was nothing around. And I made a secret cave that nobody knows about. No one knows where it is. And I made a cave.
Is there a prize if they find it?
No, because I don't want people to take my fucking shit.
Oh, I get it. So I thought it was like
penises in front of your
Who
home.
can find my secret cave?
I'm thinking about making weird things around the server just to kind of fuck with people's heads. I've got a few ideas. But
it's kind of funny.
But yeah, it Minecraft has kind of crept back into my life, and it's the only game that I've played this week. And that's it. That's pretty much all I've got to say.
We've got a question. There's a question coming.
I will. Again, just to remind the people in the chat, I know you've probably found us through the snooker content. We are a podcast where we talk about lots of different things, but I'm happy to accept snooker or any related.
In Minecraft? That's the question.
Say what?
Can you play snooker in Minecraft?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
What's the question, Stu?
The question is this. What do you guys think about emulation? I have an Odroid XU4 with MAME Arcade and stacks of other stuff. What do you guys play emulators at all for retro games?
Yeah, I used to have a MAME machine, or a MAME emulator on my PC here, and then I don't remember what happened. I guess I just got rid of it or something. I should get it back working again because MAMEs are cool.
There you go. Well, both Chinny and I have got a Retro Pi.
I've got a Retro Pi and an original Xbox with lots of different.
And
things
you've got all your SNES minis and all that kind of stuff.
I got my SNES mini, so I'm a big fan of it. I kind of, for me, it's like the 20-year rule. You know, if a game's been out for 20 years, it's like no one gives a shit about like having it on an emulation. And I actually did play Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker this week on the Amiga.
There you go. Snooker.
Still bringing it back to snooker. But
the snooker talk with Jimmy.
Snooker talk. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of it. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, and I have mine in a Mega Pi case because I was a Sega person when I was a wee nipper.
See, I was a Nintendo guy. That's why my SNES, my Retro Pi is in a SNES case.
There you go, you see. And we both have Armar to thank because he's a great person.
Yes,
who
Michael. If you
does all that stuff for us, bless him.
If you want to get sorted out with one of those, I'm sure Armar, who's a very key member of our community, will. You have to pay for it, obviously, Michael. Because these shit ain't free. We have to pay for it. He didn't give it to us.
This dick ain't free.
Yeah, he said that he's got a C64 on an emulation, old school. It's great for retro stuff. It certainly is, Michael. But that's it. That's all I've played. Shall I do the random name generator again?
Yeah, spin the wheel for us two, since you've played Note Else.
Note
Else.
All right, here we go. And it's spinning. It's spinning. It's landing on Duke. It's you.
Yeah, I've been playing Minecraft with the veteran, the overseas connection people. What?
Yes.
Get down. Do the Minecraft. And I made an East Timor flag so people can check that out. I'm working on getting some iron and gold. The problem with the server, I mean, Marcanix, I love you, dude, but and I should have said this when Chinny was talking, but it needs more ores. Like, the best thing about, I don't know if you can do it on Realms, but on the PC, there are servers that have a lot of, you get more diamonds and gold and stuff per square foot or whatever it is. You know what I mean? They can turn up the frequency with which valuable things.
Yeah, how often you get stuff.
Yeah. So I appreciate that because, I mean, in vanilla Minecraft, it takes a long time to get diamonds. And I've been playing on this server for a while, and I haven't found any diamonds yet. So that's
There are
frustrating.
diamonds
do
around.
you think
though.
they don't?
I'm
yeah,
sure
I was gonna say. Do you think they don't know, or do you think they've done that on purpose to make it just?
No, that's just vanilla. That's just the way it is. In vanilla Minecraft, it takes a while to find diamonds, and it's very satisfying when you do. But I'm the type of person who wants better tools. I want to, I don't want a challenge of finding diamonds. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about that for me. So anyway, whatever. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if you can do it in Realms. Maybe you can't, in which case I'm cool with, having it the way it is. But I do think that, as people who have jobs and things to do, the less time we have to spend whacking away at the cobblestone, the better off.
Well, that's Minecraft, man. What's the matter with you?
But it doesn't have to be.
No, it doesn't have to be, but
Right. So that's all I'm saying. Anyway, having a great time. I love playing with everybody. I just wish people were on more because I feel like every time I log on, I mean, I know there's the time differential, so that's fine. But, today and yesterday, I thought there would be more people on, and it was only a few. So whatever. It's fine. It's cool to see people's homes and the builds and, just people working together. It's awesome. Yeah, I also played, I don't know, should I keep going or should I stop?
Yeah, keep going.
No,
but keep going because I've got the fucking video ready.
Okay, so Islanders is a game that I talked about last week, and it's I've been playing it this week as well. And it is the city builder that's made by the people who made, God, I don't even know what it's called now. Superflight, I guess, was the game that they made.
Oh, yeah.
And it's I've been playing it more, and I think I figured out how I feel about it, which is it's good, but the biggest difference I think with this and most city builders is that there's a way to lose.
In Islanders, there's a way to lose.
In Islanders, yeah. So when you play Banished or Kingdoms and Castles, it's mostly just sort of you get the city going, and sometimes you have a famine or whatever, and you're like, oh snap, I needed to have more farms. And in Banished, it can be real punishing, so that you can have your whole city get wiped out if you're not doing things right. But at no point does it say, at least not that I've ever played, where it says game over, you lose. But in this game, if you don't fill, there's a meter on the bottom left corner. If you don't fill up that meter, it's like game over.
You're done.
Right. So again, it's more of a puzzle game. I am learning some of the strategy with it, which makes it more fun. Yeah, I am going back to it, which is a good sign. But just a heads up, if anybody's looking for a casual city builder game, this really isn't it, because it's more of a puzzle game than it is a city builder game. So. But with that caveat, it's really good. So I encourage people to check it out.
You still liking it? You're still liking it?
$5 is a good price for that game. Yep.
Lovely.
There you go. Can't beat $5. That's like what?
Right.
£4.
Yeah.
Or in English money, £5 because that's what they do now.
Okay, we don't need a currency converter. Shit.
Oh yeah, we
It's
need more
just the same. It doesn't really matter now. Whatever it is in dollars is the same in English money. It's all the same.
We got it.
Yeah, we got it. Right. Over to me, I guess.
It is.
Yes, I've been on holiday this week, so I've been away. So I took the Switch, obviously, because now I've got one of them things. Yeah, and I played a load of Golf Story while I was away.
Yeah, I love Golf Story.
It's a good game.
It
is a good game. I'm at Lurker at the moment, the Lurker course.
So remind me of the Lurker course.
So that's a prehistoric one.
Right. That's my least favourite course.
Yeah, but yeah, that's where you've got to go for your first quest, isn't it? Because you've got to go and get Spintel.
Well, you won't be shocked because I'm telling you, but I was shocked at how actually long the game is. It is really long.
Well, it's funny you should say that because Millie's been playing a bit of it, and I went to look on how long to play. Yeah. And the average playthrough time was about 15 hours.
I can believe it. Yeah, mine was 20.
Yeah.
Mine was 20 hours.
Yeah, 15 hours for average. So there you go. It's a long game.
It is.
It's sometimes not entirely clear what you're meant to do. Okay, and I am old. Look, I accept I'm old.
That's correct.
Early on in the game, you buy some digging wedges, right?
Yes.
It doesn't tell you how to equip new equipment. It doesn't say now you've got this thing. This is how you equip it or anything.
No.
So I never even thought about it again, right? Forgot all about it. You go to Lurker. You've got to find this idol, right? But there's this archaeology bloke who you go and talk to, and he says, when you've got the right tools, come back and see me. Well, then I'm looking for a shovel, so I went in a shed, and there was a shovel, so I'm like, must be the shovel, but you can't pick anything up. So I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? What? I have no clue. And I ended up having to go online, I'm not proud. I'll go and have a look, see what the fuck I'm meant to be doing.
I do know that you're not proud.
I'm not proud. I don't care. So
I've seen
went
the way
online.
you dressed, Stu. I know
exactly.
I know that you're not proud.
So I went online, and it's like, you need to get the digging wedges, and then when you've equipped them and go and speak to them again, then they let you dig shit up. And I was like, digging wedges. Should have realised, but I didn't, because it's not very clear. And that's a fault of the game, I feel.
Shall I give you my version of that?
Yeah.
They said digging wedges, and I did it immediately.
Well, of course you did.
So it's not my fault that I'm good at games and you're not.
Of course you
You should drop the line that you beat me on Golf Story recently.
I did beat you on Golf Story. That is true.
How so?
You're not very good at golf games, is what I'd say.
You beat me on the train, Dick.
I did.
Oh, well, all right.
Yeah,
Job,
but then.
Stu.
Yeah, but what you've got, I've played a lot of everybody's golf, and it's the same system.
Yeah.
So I've played tons and tons of everybody's golf, so I am quite good at a 3-click system most of the time. But yeah, it's good. I like it a lot. I haven't played the 9-hole course yet because I've got to find the missing turtles. So I'm on that at the moment.
You're not really doing it justice. It sounds lame. The way you said that. It's a good game. Just want to make sure that the people. It's a good game.
It is a good game, though. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But it is the quests are quirky. It's like, and then it's quite interesting what he does, right? Because you have to, they let you play the baby course, right? So they go, you can play the baby course until we sort out where the idol's gone and all that sort of stuff, and the turtles have come back. And the baby course, first off, you beat the person on the baby course, so that happens. And then it's like, then there's a second level of this where it says you have to do it in 14 shots or less.
Right.
So I'm like, geez, that's going to be hard. That's like a birdie on every hole. Yeah. But then when you do it, they've got massive holes. So it's sort of like, it makes you think it's going to be really difficult. And then it turns out it's not that difficult at all, really.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. I've got to say, I'm kind of impressed so far with it. I do think it's a cool game. I like the story, I like all the sort of like back in time, and the dude who caused all the troubles now the owner of the club and everything.
Nice.
I like all that. There's loads of backstory and stuff. So
note as well, Stu, there is something in the golf story that I hate, but I did not moan about it once.
What was that?
Moan now. We want to hear you moan.
No, I didn't moan about it because I didn't hate it, but I usually hate it when it's in other games.
Huh.
Okay.
What is that thing? You should know.
I know. Lots of writing. You have to read loads
of text.
There's loads of. Well, it's all text.
Yeah, and I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was great.
But it's quick. But it's short.
And it's witty as well. It's because it's Australian, so it's got like a good sense of humour.
Lurker,
bloody
like,
dingo.
They all speak like cavemen. They all like.
Yeah. Like I think I hear a dingo eating your baby.
Yeah.
It is. But yeah, it's very cool. I like the story, like I say, and I do like how it's being put together, and it's just fun. I'm having a lot of fun playing. I like playing the golf, and there is part of me.
You like playing the golf?
I want to play more golf.
Nice.
Where the fuck's the turtles? I want to play more golf.
Yeah.
So there is a little bit of that. But yeah, I'm going to stick with it because it's cool and I'm enjoying it.
Cool. Yeah.
And the mechanics work really, really well.
Oh,
it's a very forgiving golf game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not like, don't expect any sort of simulation here because you ain't gonna find it. This is purely fun golf.
Yeah, very fun.
It doesn't punish you for slices and stuff like that, really.
Mm.
It can do. I mean, sometimes you look at the course and you think, frick me, there's barely any fairway. But once you get used to the controls, it's not a difficult game. It's not a difficult game. But I totally recommend it. You got to Switch. It's not an expensive game. It's definitely worth the money. I would just get it if you've got any interest at all in golf and RPGs, because it is kind of an RPG. You level up.
Mm-hmm.
It's got an interesting leveling up system, I think, as well, because you have to get cash. So cash is your XP. So
Is
it's a
it?
bit weird. Yeah. So every time you get cash, that loads up your XP.
There you go. I don't remember.
How many hours did you play in this game,
20.
Ginny? I
20.
know.
Well,
Never noticed. But
I don't.
it's only like a quick animation. Every time you
Alright.
get cash, it goes. And it,
I don't pay
the
attention. I remember like unlocking like little abilities and stuff like that. I remember doing that.
Yeah.
Right,
But yeah,
that's enough
very
of golf
good.
story.
We've got story. We've done snooker. We've done golf. What's next?
What other boring sports can we pick on?
Yeah. What other sports game could we talk about?
Rugby.
Duke. Are you there still? Have you died?
Play sports. Sports are for weirdos.
Yeah. There's no point spinning the wheel because Ginny's out, so it's just back to you.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay. So, it's Axiom Soccer. Chinny spoke to the developer of this.
I did. Colin.
did.
Good old Colin.
Right. So thanks, Colin, for the info. And what can I say about this game? It's Rocket League combat style. And I said last week that it sounded kind of like the Rumble mode in Rocket League. And it kind of is.
Yeah.
So it's a free-to-play, I guess, early access?
I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to be free-to-play when it's finally released, is it?
I believe it is. No, from what you said, I think it is.
I think it's going to be free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
But like they want feedback. Is what he said. They've got a Discord server, and they really want to know what people think.
Yeah.
That's-
They want to know what people think. They want to know how to improve it.
And
I
he does listen to this show now, Colin. So you can tell Colin what you think.
Colin,
Direct.
love the fact
Directly.
that y'all put a lot of work into this. I don't know if you want to know what I think because it
What?
feels it feels kind of rough.
How?
It feels like I'm not sure what the hook is. Does that make sense? Because with Rocket League, it's very fast paced, and this game doesn't feel very fast paced. And the reason is because instead of hitting the ball with your ship, it seems like what you need to do is hit the ball with your bullets and bombs and weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, it just feels like there's a lot of hanging back by the goal
Right.
and just hitting the ball with your weapons rather than racing toward the ball and trying to hit it with your ship. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So it's hovering. You can move in 3 dimensions, which is an interesting twist. I kind of feel like that might be the best way for them to take it rather than focusing on combat. But
Right.
it's not my game, and I'm not trying to tell them what to do with their game.
No.
I just know that when I started futzing with the 3 dimensions, it seemed like, this could be to a shooter what Descent was. You know, this could be to Rocket League what Descent was to first-person shooters back in the day. You remember that game, Descent?
No.
No.
Descent. Anybody play Descent in the chat? Anybody out there? Can you hear me?
Anybody help?
Yeah. Well, Descent was a game way back in the day that was all about you moved around in this 3-dimensional world as opposed to just the 2 dimensions of Doom and Wolfenstein, right?
Okay.
So you didn't really go up and down much in Wolfenstein and in Doom, whereas in Descent you did move in that 3rd dimension up and down.
Yeah.
So the point is that this game has potential in that sense, but here's the thing. In order to move in the 3rd dimension, you use the D-pad, which didn't make sense to me. I was like, why are we using the D-pad? Because the shoulder buttons seem like better options for moving up and down. So maybe I just need to reconfigure the keys or something, or they need to fix it on their end. The gameplay just felt really kind of stagnant. I was like, okay, I know what I need to do. They have these. It's interesting because in the corner of each of the corners,
Yeah.
on your end, and then there's a set on the other end. When the ball hits the corner, there's this little like robot arm that picks it up and shoots it back into the play. So it's an interesting twist. That's fine. I thought that was had some potential, but I don't know. And then there's a little thing in the goal that you can control from your ship.
Yeah. As a
So that the
goalkeeper,
ball's headed toward right. So then it seems like scoring is extra tough
it
because
looks that way.
people aren't leaving the goal as much because there's not as much reason to, and you have this device that will block the goal as well.
Yeah.
So that felt weird. The
Yeah.
graphics are really good. I want to give it its due. Like the sound is good, the graphics are good, the menus are fluid. You get into the game pretty quickly. So that's good. The ships feel fine. It doesn't feel quite as fluid as Rocket League, but whatever. The other thing that's weird is I don't think there's a way in Rocket League you can toggle ball cam, whether you're looking at the ball or looking in front of your car, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On this game, the default at least is, and maybe I just haven't. There's the other thing. There's no tutorial, so I was like kind of futzing around trying to figure out what the keys do. They could use a little cheat sheet or a tutorial, like here's how you do these things. You have to hold down the right thumbstick in order to have the ball cam,
Oh, okay.
which
All
was
right, okay.
kind of awkward. I was like, I don't want to have to keep holding this. That's something that
Yeah,
can
so if
fix.
it just sort of toggled on and off would be better.
Exactly. Like here's the thing. If I could configure the controls to be exactly like my control configuration for Rocket League, it might be a different experience, because part of the trick here the first time I played it was trying to figure out what I was doing, you know what I mean? So whatever. That is what it is. I think that the gameplay conceit is interesting, the fact that you've got combat. I didn't spend a lot of time shooting the other cars, which I thought I would be doing more of. It was mostly
Yeah, but it doesn't make right. This is interesting because we spoke to the developer about this, and
Yeah.
you can't actually shoot other players, which I just thought was weird.
No,
Well,
Stu and I played each other.
We're
you
just
know,
shooting each
and
other.
the first thing that I did, and quite rightly
And I
so,
did the
was
exact same thing. Was
try to
try
kill
shoot Ginny.
Stu. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to kill Ginny.
And they said it was a conscious gameplay
well,
mechanic.
sure, because it could very easily become a nightmare if people are
Yeah.
just
Well,
constantly.
everyone's just gonna be. No one's gonna be bothered about like scoring goals. They just want to shoot each other. So there is that problem, I
Right.
guess.
So
It could be a power up. It could be a power up for a limited time or something, maybe.
yeah, something like that. I feel like, again, it's an interesting idea. It's pretty clearly early access, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with a game being early access, and I'm not expecting their games to instantly be, my new favorite replacing Rocket League or anything.
No.
But like I said, the controls feel a little odd, and they could use a tutorial. I think playing with that third dimension would really be useful to them. And maybe this is the game that, I don't remember what it was called, but Psyonix had some other game before they hit Rocket League Gold, right?
It was kind of Rocket League, but without the ball cam, basically.
Yeah.
Their other game. What I would say about Axiom Soccer, which is what we're talking about now, which is for people that still haven't quite imagined it, it's Rocket League, but instead of cars, it's drones. And what I would say is the ball is very flat on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And for a game where you're in drones, like drone tanks, rather
Right.
than cars, I would be more tempted to make that ball it's not influenced by gravity,
A
Right.
bit more floaty.
like a little bit more, or it's like moon gravity, or
Like
something.
moon,
Yeah.
moon gravity. So
Because
it's
then-
just come down.
Gets-
Or if it were like made with helium, so that by default it rose up.
yeah, maybe
the ceiling
something to get the drones up, right? Because like then
Yeah.
you're separating yourself out again. We're not fucking game
That's what I'm
developers, so they may have tried this and worked
Yeah,
out that
it's
it was
possible.
shit. But that's that's when I'm staring at. I've been watching it for the last 5 minutes, and I've been kind of like the ball's just kind of on the ground. So why are we in drones? Do you know what I mean? Why? That's my sort of little thing about it. But it's a pretty looking game. You can't take that away from it.
Very pretty game.
Yeah,
I guess
there's, there's a lot of effort gone in, but yeah, maybe.
I'm glad I have the floor right now because I just found some diamonds.
Oh, get you. See? They are there if you look hard enough.
They are
They are.
waiting
are
down.
indeed.
All right.
I was actually going to give up on this mine tunnel, and then I went back one last time, and it's a good thing I did.
Right, we're done with
It is.
Axiom Soccer then, because you're finding diamonds.
It's finding diamonds. I think he's done. Yeah, I'm gonna very quickly talk about Castle of Heart. I played a bit more of this
So
week
this
as
is
well.
this 2.5D Dark Souls
Rock
like.
hard, yeah, side scrolling.
I know you very well, Stuart.
You
Right.
do.
Um, I just by the few sentences you've said about this, I'm gonna hazard a guess at what
Yeah.
I think you think
Yeah.
of this game.
Yeah.
2 weeks in,
Go.
I think
Go.
you don't like it anymore because you appreciate it. You don't like it anymore because it's too hard. Pa.
No, I don't actually mind it. I am still playing it. It's all
Okay.
right.
Then I
It's-
don't know
it's
you at all.
quite good.
We're not friends anymore.
You
Sorry.
don't know me at all.
If
What
you
I will
don't
say,
know Stu by now.
and I'll give it some props. It's a rock hard game, but it's quite forgiving. With save points, there's lots of save points. So even if you fuck something up, it doesn't send you back miles. You know, like if you fuck up in Dark Souls, the game's gonna punish you for screwing up, and it's gonna send you a long way back, and then you've got to try and recover your body to get all your shit back and all. It doesn't do any of that stuff. It doesn't do any of that. This particular section you're looking at, you know, there's a lot of jumping over spikes and stuff. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that going on. It is difficult. There are sections of the game that I've had to do multiple times to get through them, and a lot of it is rinse and repeat, get the timing right, work out where all the stuff is that you've got to do. But so far so good. The one thing that I find a bit weird, there is a little weird thing. Swinging on a rope, you get one chance at it from what I can tell, and if you don't swing first time and jump, you just fall off and die.
Have you been on a
which
rope?
is which is what? Sorry.
Have you been on a rope?
No, I haven't. I guess that's possibly
Fucking tough
realistic.
shit, man.
to
Uh,
an extent.
Swing on a rope. If you fall off, you die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I
guess.
I looked at a rope and my arms fell off. They're
Oh,
dangerous.
They are dangerous.
What
I
I
put
just
a rope up my butt one time and my butt fell out.
yeah.
Did your butt fall off? Jesus.
Duke,
I
we don't
know.
really do toilet humor and bottom humor here. You don't hear me making those kind of jokes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, you'll be pleased to know your secondary weapon breaks, so
Oh,
that only
God.
lasts so long. It's just like Zelda
No.
again. You always have your primary weapon though, so that's always there. So you always have your sword.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. That happens. But enemies aren't. I mean, I'm playing on easy mode. Don't get me wrong. I don't want a serious challenge here.
No.
I just want to play the game. It's pretty cool. I like it. Graphically, it looks great. I mean, like I say, it must have been improved a hell of a lot from launch because there was a lot of criticism at launch, and it isn't that bad. It's fine. I
Good.
quite like it. They've also made a lot of improvements, and
Oh,
it's working well. The platforming isn't. A lot of people complained about that in the early days when it first released, but I think obviously they've made a lot of tweaks to that. I like the fact you've got to give developers who sometimes developers send the game out to die, right? They know that it's a pile of shit, and once it's released, they don't do anything about it and they just leave it to die because they don't care anymore.
Pissing me off.
I like, like Hello Games is a great example of this, where they could have just gone, do you know what? We're not spending any more time or money or effort with this game because what is the point? But
Yeah,
they
kept
didn't.
trying to make it better until it became the game that they thought they were making. in the beginning.
Exactly, and I think this is another case in point. They've had 3 updates since it launched. They keep trying to make it better. So I've got to give props to a developer that does that.
Yeah.
So it's
I
good.
agree with
It's
that.
at the price I paid for it, which was I think it was about £1.50 or something. It wasn't a lot of money. It is worth that. So you see, this guy's struggling on screen here because he hasn't got a crossbow. Ideally, you need a crossbow because it drops
What a
them down.
Fucking
platforms.
loser.
I know, what an idiot.
Play this game without a crossbow. Are you
Oh,
stupid?
what you idiot.
Oh,
Yeah, he could have done with a crossbow, but it is good. It's tough though. It is not an easy game, but it looks nice, and I like the way it plays. So, props to the developer for going ahead and keep updating stuff. There you go. That's all I've got to say about Castle of Heart. Have you got anything else, Duke?
Nope.
Oh well, in that case, I'm going to talk about Skyrim.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Why didn't you start with Skyrim? Play Skyrim.
I know. I look. There's a sale on the Switch at the moment. It's half price.
Oh yeah.
And I
Switch
was
it.
like, mobile Skyrim would be pretty cool.
Well, yeah.
Even though, I mean, don't get me wrong, this game is what, 8 years old now, nearly?
What? It's
Nearly
awesome.
8 years old. It's an old game. Do you know, I
Nice.
cannot believe, right? I find it hard to believe it's over 8 years ago when I
know.
played this at EGX or Eurogamer, it possibly was as back then. It doesn't seem 8 years ago, that.
Do you want me to get the 2012? No, was it what 2010? Was it?
2011, no, 2011, I think it was.
Shall I
wasn't
get
it?
the 2010 EGX video, 2011 EGX video up, just to see what you look like? I watched the 2014 EGX video recently, Stu, and my God, you lost a lot of weight that year. You look like you're dying.
I know, I know. Yeah, now put it all back on again. I don't know. I'm a fat again. Anyway, it works really, really well. Now I have read up on it just to see if there's any issues and stuff, and apparently it says don't have any more than 2 saves at a time.
What?
Because if you have any more than that, as you get later in the game, it starts to corrupt and stuff, and
Oh,
you have
good.
loads of technical issues.
That sucks.
That's Bethesda for you.
No, because you can have too many saves anywhere in every other platform.
I know.
Why is
No,
this Switch
no.
special?
PS4 had a similar. PS3, should I say? The original one on PS3 had
Oh,
a
I played it on
similar issue.
PS3. What are you talking about? I didn't
No,
have
no,
that.
they fixed a lot of the problems, but it did have issues.
Wow.
It
I
did
don't
have
think
issues on
that's-
PS3 as well.
It
So,
looks very foggy on the Switch, I have to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is the best video. Maybe I don't know whether this is like HD or
Sometimes
whatever.
the game is just foggy. Sometimes that's the weather.
Yeah. It looks fine. It did look fine on the Switch. You know, the sky looked fine. It's not like that just dark all the time. It did look okay. Yeah, I've only played a little bit. I played the opening scenes. You know, I've got out. I've chosen a dark elf this time. I don't know why.
That was my first character in Skyrim.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go dark elf. I've never played as dark elf before. So I'm gonna have
Dark
a
Elf, never go on the other shelf.
Exactly. And then by mistake, I ended up with the Empire soldiers or whatever they're called. Is it Empire?
Imperial?
Yeah,
Oh,
Imperial.
oh, no.
Imperial. That's. Is it Empire? Imperial? I don't know. Anyway,
It's the Empire.
yeah. Every time I've been with the Stormcloaks, which is obviously the people who are fighting.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I followed the wrong person because I would have never, by choice, followed the soldier, but I sort of did by mistake. So I've ended up with them. So I'm killing Stormcloaks, which
Take
was a
that,
bit weird.
Stormcloaks.
Oh yeah, I'm helping the torturer, and it's like help the torturer.
That's
This is a torturer. I'm like, what is happening? Why am I helping the torturer? So yeah, so I've been playing a bit of that, and I'm gonna make an effort to try and finally finish it because I played about 30 or 40 hours on the PS3 version. So
Yeah.
I got kind of a long way, but I just never finished it, you know. And I've still got PS3. Yeah, I was skinny on this video. This is where I was very thin.
You're quite skinny on 2011, yeah. And you've got quite a
Yeah.
trim beard in 2011.
I know I only had. Oh no, I don't got the sides in at that point. I don't even remember having them at that point. I've still just had a goatee.
No, you
Jesus.
did have the sides, yeah. Interesting choice. Carry on.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try and there's Dan. Bless him. Look at Dan.
Keep going.
I know, yeah.
Oh,
It's not-
wants to talk about Dan.
It's not very visual.
I know, yeah. So yeah, Skyrim on the Switch. So far, so good. It works. Like I say, it seems to work really, really well. And yeah, my beard wasn't grey there either.
Shut
I've got
up
a
about
big
your
beard.
beard.
Yeah, it's good.
Audio listeners, I'm
Good,
very
good.
sorry, but
Skyrim.
but-
There's not a hell of a lot more I could say about Skyrim because Skyrim.
Skyrim
how
is.
does skinny look?
I know.
Looks very young. Look at him, handsome young man.
I know.
So yeah, Skyrim. I ain't gonna update too much over the weeks because I'm just gonna play it and see how it goes.
For the audio listeners, we're watching the EGX
Journey.
2011 video.
Game is so good.
It's so weird to see all these games because you got Journey, you got Uncharted, and there's hardly a queue behind you for Uncharted 3. There's Skyrim there. It's all ridiculous. God, it's a long time ago now.
It is a long time ago.
Ugh.
2011, frick me. Yeah, so there's that, and then I was like, oh, there was a sale on the PS4 on the PSN store. There was a sale on, and there was Mafia 3 for $8.99, I think it was,
Okay.
and then there was what was the other game? Oh, Watch Dogs 2 was $7.99.
Is that still the case now?
I think so.
I might
Yeah, as
get
far as I
those.
know,
Those,
that's
those,
still
I
so.
might get Watch Dogs 2 and the game that
Oh,
you're
so
going to
cool.
talk about right now.
Yeah, well, that wasn't on sale, funnily enough.
Oh, well, fuck.
But then I remembered I've got Mass Effect Andromeda that I bought really cheap from Smith's toy store for about £3 or something ridiculous. So it was really, really cheap, pre-owned, and I was like, I fancy something like sci-fi. And then I looked at the reviews again for Andromeda. I thought, I wonder if it's any better since all the updates and stuff. And they're like, nah, the story's still really shit, and it's still really crappy mission structure and all this. I'm like, nah. And then someone in the chat on there said, oh, Titanfall 2's, if you want to play a sci-fi game, that's really good, play that. So I was like, oh, Titanfall 2. I think I vaguely remember buying that. So, so I went into my library on the PS4, and lo and behold,
Hey, what do you know?
Wow.
I already have this.
many years ago, I must have bought it.
That's
I vaguely remember it was
crazy.
in a sale,
Of
really,
course
really
it was in a sale. Of course it was in a sale.
sale, really, really cheap. And I just bought it. I've never downloaded it. I've never done nothing. So I was like, nah, I'm going to download this game and see if it's any good. It's pretty good. I've not played a lot of it, but I was like, it took a
I've
while.
heard it's very good, Titanfall
Yeah?
2. Yeah.
So I was like,
Awesome. I never played the single player, but the multiplayer is the shit.
I just fancied a bit of, I'm like, I want to play some
How's your father? Yes.
sci-fi. Some sci-fi. So I'm going to play some sci-fi.
Go for it.
Yeah. I only
Sweet.
played the open bit again, but I'll talk more about it in the coming weeks because I'm going to give this a go because I believe it's not terribly long and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff. Yeah, the multiplayer is very good, but I've also heard a lot of really good stuff about the single player.
The Experience Points podcast people had a lot to say about the multiplayer.
Cool.
Moving on, as we sort of finished talking about games we've played, we should talk a little bit about the news because I know we don't do news, but this is just very quick news.
Is there something worthy of talking about?
There is, and it involves Respawn Entertainment. It involves
Okay.
Titanfall 2. They've announced a new Star Wars game called Jedi Fallen Order.
Heard about that.
Yes, I
Yeah.
have heard about that. Yeah.
And they've said there's going to be no microtransactions. There's going to be no multiplayer. It's literally a sort of first-person, narrative-driven adventure game.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty good. I mean, there's only been like a sort of very CGI trailer,
Sure.
but it looks pretty good. So I just thought I'd mention that. There's nothing more to say.
I feel like EA are kind of like they need to do some work to like apologize for all the shit they've done recently. You know, it's kind of like when they made Dead Space, and they only kind of made Dead Space because everybody hated them. I feel like they're in that mode, so this is why they're making this game.
Yeah, it does look good though. I must admit. So wow, the CGI trailer looked cool.
CGI trailers are very easy to make look cool.
They are, and they always look cool. But,
Yeah.
So we'll see. But that's kind of big news. It's all over the bloody place. People are going mental. It's like Star Wars game is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And it's releasing this year as well. That was the other big thing, wasn't it? It's releasing in
Oh, really?
November.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say
I think
about
so.
that.
Yeah.
Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe
That's
that.
the-
So there's no gameplay
Richard
footage.
Webster said this. Like, people get so worked up about, oh, EA. It's like, have you forgotten everything they've ever done ever?
Yeah.
I know.
People
Yeah.
do. People do
the
forget
best
very
company ever.
quickly. Honestly, like EA could
Or they're
punch.
funding like guerrilla marketing that's making it seem like people are excited about this game, and it's just people in the EA offices.
Well, it works
I mean,
because this
I'm
game looks
actually
fucking
saying that-
sick.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
but
go.
to be fair, people are going to get excited about a Star Wars game.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Look, EA has made a lot of great games over the years. I actually like a lot of EA's games. I just think that we get hyped up, and it's to our detriment because we should learn from the mistakes we've made in the past. Speaking of Hello Games,
Hello. 15th of November, apparently. It was out this year, which is crazy. I think that's why everyone's so excited because it's like they've released it and then they've also gone, yeah, and this is when it's coming out. But if it will or not, I guess is another thing entirely.
question.
Yeah, go.
No,
Oh,
I said that's the question.
I get you. The question, I get you.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Good. You get me.
We
We done with
so
this
that's
news segment?
it for news. There is no more. Are you excited
I
about
hope
stuff?
you actually wanted the news because.
I only get excited 3 times a year. So
Oh yeah. Have you been excited at all yet this year?
yes,
For what?
Snooker 19.
Oh,
And also Dreams. Let's be honest.
I haven't yet got
You
excited.
are excited
about
about Dreams
it.
too.
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm pleased that it's happening. I will be making my dream snooker gaming dreams.
will.
But,
I see what you did there.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. So
Are
we
you,
do.
are you going to get players and 80 cameras to sort it all out?
What?
In your snooker game? In your snooker game on Dreams, are you going to get the players to scan to put in your game?
No.
You know, like they did for Snooker 19. Are you going to go all
That's the most
the whole
ridiculous thing
lot?
you've ever said.
I just wondered how
What's
realistic.
next?
The emails, I guess, because there's
Okay.
nothing else to say about news because we don't care about news anymore.
Okay, it's time for emails. You ready?
Yes,
Yes.
always.
Hit it.
Saw a pretty girl just the other day. She
What?
winked, she smiled, walked across my way.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't figure out just what to say,
So I
Twittered
emailed it.
Twittered it. Twittered it.
I like the swap up.
Yeah.
I do too.
What did you-
Right. The first email tonight is off Jay.
Jay.
Jay,
All right, Jay. All right, Jay.
he said,
He says, "Hey guys."
Hello.
hey Jay.
Hey,
Hey,
Jay. Hey, Jay.
rhymes and everything. Hey Jay. So when I bought my PSVR, it came with a few games,
Right.
and one was Skyrim VR.
Yeah. Skyrim.
No, Skyrim shows that.
Scream.
Having never played Skyrim before, I
Yeah.
thought it was kind of cool that my
See,
first.
VR is the wrong way to play it for the first time, but go on.
Well, he thinks it's kind of cool. That his first experience would be in VR. So I started playing, but only got past the first bit where you escape some rape dungeon
Correct.
before I started to get a bit of motion sickness.
Yeah. There you go.
I left it for ages because I had a bunch of other games to keep me busy, but recently thought I'd take it up again. I wandered around aimlessly for a while before I got to some town and some guy told me to cut wood. Fine.
Riverwood.
I'll cut your stupid wood. I took an axe over to cut wood, and when I swung the axe, there was no animation for cutting wood, just wood appeared in my inventory, and I went, fuck this. I shouted and turned it off. My question to Duke is this. Where should I go and what should I do first to get me hooked onto this game?
Wow.
Because I fear that if I turn it on again and wander around aimlessly, I'm likely to just rage quit again when someone asks me to pick some flowers or make a potion to kill a magical dragon.
You should go toward, first of all, in Riverwood, you should go to the shop that the person has because they're going to ask you to get back the gold claw, and that's a good
Oh, yeah.
adventure starting out. And then when you finish with that, you should go to, well, somebody should be finding you and telling you to go see the Jarl in Whiterun, which is what sets off the main actual story.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he sounds a lot.
To be fair.
To be fair, it sounds a lot when I first played Oblivion. The first time I ever played Oblivion, it was exactly the same scenario. I got out, escaped from the dungeon thing, got outside, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I wandered around for a
That's
bit.
okay. That's part of the fun. I mean, look, if he's not getting any adventures,
You okay, Dick? Did you have a fucking brain fart then?
Oh, I did. You know what? What I was waiting for there, I was trying to decide if I should be mean or not, and I decided not to be mean. But since you mention it, on the PC, you can install all these mods that will make it these adventures, these actions happen more often. So I wish you could have that, but you can't. So whatever.
Let me get to the point, because I think the problem is this. I don't think he's kind of... Not that he's not realised, because he probably has, but he's maybe not doing quests. He's probably just wandering around trying to figure out what to do.
Well,
and the
but that's the
best
thing. Quests ought to come to him, and they will soon.
Well, they do, but you've got to go to the marker on the map. You follow the little marker, and you'll eventually come to the quest start point.
The way I played this game is I let the controller, put the controller on my desk, and it just played itself.
Just played itself.
I didn't go to a marker.
But that's what I was like with Oblivion. If you've never played a game like this before, it is a bit intimidating, and it's a bit like, what the hell am I supposed to be doing? And that's what happened. And it wasn't until I spoke to my mate, and he went through everything. We went through all the systems, what you needed to do, where you needed to go, how you got going.
Wrote the goddamn indications on the map. I'm gonna quit the call.
Yeah. And that's what he did. And he went, yeah, okay. And he just went through it all and said, look, this is what you need to do. And this is how you get started.
There's markers on the map, and if you walk over to the markers, people
No.
speak
I
to
mean
you.
his friend who made his own map and like put his markers on.
That's
the
the
map.
one. That's the one. Yes, it is.
Wow.
But anyway, what I would advise is going online, looking at a couple of guides, even. You know.
No, you
just
don't have to
getting-
look at guides. What are you talking
Oh, just let him look at some guides. Look, if he's either going to rage quit because he doesn't know what to do.
I just told him what to do. Once you get to Whiterun, all the game opens up. It really does.
Do the claw. Do the claw quest. That's a good
Do
quest.
the claw. Yeah, do the
Just
claw.
keep it simple. Let's not
Then you'll
over.
get to Whiterun. and then you'll have help us find this woman, and the dude wants you to find the sword that his dad had, and then there's all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what this game looks like in VR. With all the map systems.
Stupid, because VR is stupid.
It looks
Thanks
stupid.
for writing in. Your game is stupid and you suck at it.
The cool thing about that email, Jay, is he signed off. He said, "You may have guessed I'm not really into magic and dragons and stuff." The actual phrase there, Jay, is orcs, elves, and wizards and shit. But I'll forgive you. But Jay, I'll forgive you because you signed off. Cheers, boys. Jay, the Aussie pilot. What the fuck?
They have pilots in Australia.
Yeah. How do you think they got there?
By boat? What the fuck are you talking about? How they got there? You think Australia was founded by people who arrived by plane?
Concorde. Yeah. They had planes in
Which is like another beverage in your first class flight to the penal colony.
They had planes in the 1600s. It's all fine.
Wow, I'm really bad at history, I guess.
I know. Jesus was born in 1980, so that's what my history's on point.
He was like, "Cowabunga, dudes!"
I just love the fact that we have. I hope that we have a pilot listening to the show.
God, us all.
I know, that's amazing. So Jay, please tell me more about you being a pilot. That's way more interesting. Also, I have like a highlights clip on the YouTube channel of me playing Skyrim. Seek that out because.
Yeah, that's worth a look. That'll give you some idea of what to do.
That'll give you some ideas as well. Thank you so much, Jay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Next email is from Duke Subnautica playing neighbor.
Well, it's not me. I'm not playing that.
What's up, veteran gamers?
What's that?
Chinny, on last week's episode, while struggling through Assassin's Creed, you were wondering to yourself what type of game you wanted to play next. Stu suggested Yakuza, and Duke told you to listen to your heart. Well, I will tell you, don't listen to those fucking twats. What you are really itching for is something to scratch that good old prison architect itch. And the answer to that, my friend, lies in RimWorld.
Yeah, I do need to play. I do need to play RimWorld. It's like, it keeps coming, doesn't it? He just keeps emailing saying, play RimWorld.
He keeps going for him, man. He's telling
Well, it's not just him. It's like every time anybody on, I've subscribed on Reddit to, that's the other thing about Rocket League, real quick. I had a really good game today with people on Rocket League. They were just really nice. We lost the game, but everybody was really nice, and I was like, nice block. And they're like, thanks. It was really close, and it was just everybody being really cool. So I said, this game is like if there were /r/wholesome Rocket League, because there's a lot of wholesome subreddits that are like wholesome gifts, wholesome this, wholesome that. And I said, there should be a wholesome Rocket League. Haha. I'm going to go start that right now. And that already exists. So everybody should subscribe to Wholesome Rocket League because it's a good place to hang out.
Oh, is that where all the nice people are, is it?
Yeah. Not like the toxic asshats that occupy most of Rocket League. But what was I saying before that?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I think it was that he keeps on harassing you to play some Nautica.
Right. So every time, I'm subscribed to a thing called "What should I play?" or which game should I buy? And people are always saying, "Well, I like this, this, and this. What should I play?" And everybody always says, no matter what people say they like, I'm looking for a 2D Dark Souls type game. You should play RimWorld. Everybody always says RimWorld. So it's got a lot of love on that Reddit.
There's a sketch on a sketch show called Little Britain, Duke, and it's a great sketch. This weird kind of man walks into like an old toy shop and he says, "Hello," and the guy, "Hello, I'm looking for a pirating board game, ages between 5 and 8, with I don't know, with a red cover on it." And he goes, "Oh, I don't think we've got one of those." And then he asks his wife, and he goes, and then he finds one. All right, and he goes, "Oh, it's exactly what you want. It's a pirating board game, age 5 to 8." He goes, "No, that's not what. No, not that one." So it's, sometimes like people can give you on a plate what you really want, but for some reason you just kind of I don't know.
You don't want it. He says anyway. On a side note, whilst watching your Res video, which I couldn't help but notice a frame or two of Factoria.
There was a frame or two of Factorio, yes.
Which is also a great game that would scratch that very same itch.
Yeah, Factorio I know very well because my friend made all the music to it.
Really?
Yeah. So his name is Daniel James Taylor. He has a Wikipedia page, and he makes all the music for me for my business. And he also made the music for this. And the way he got the job was he emailed them saying, "Do you want music?" And they went, "Yes." And that's how he got that job. And he does all right. I'm rubbing my fingers with a money gesture from that game. And
The
it's
finger thing means the taxes.
the money, and he's done really well out of it. I'm really, really pleased for him, and he's done a great job. I said to Dan, get them to give me a fucking code, and he's like, no. So they didn't. But I really, really do want to play Factorio. Yeah.
There you go. Factorio, yeah, get it played. What's the matter with you?
Proof that
side,
Stu wasn't
yeah.
listening because he stops and then he. Fucking idiot.
No, it wasn't. It was cause. It was because I was going back on the email. That's all. I've been on the Twitch channel, so I was moving between the two.
Right.
Either way, I love the show, guys. Even if Stu compromised his principles and caved into peer pressure,
Good.
boy, it's going to be a long week now that it's only Tuesday, and I'm already done with your show for the week.
Well, there is plenty of content on our YouTube channel. Why don't you go there?
Yeah, watch that while you're flying planes.
You want to know more about snooker? We're the guys.
This is a different person, Duke.
Well, no, everybody who writes in is pilots.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
You didn't know that?
Eric Sains has been a pilot for 30 years.
There you go. We've had 21 people writing this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 pilots.
All pilots.
21 pilots.
Pretty funny, yeah.
Anyway, next email entitled FIFA or Other Games. FIFA or Other Games. All right, lads.
Hello.
It's Easter break, so I listened to your show and I played 6 hours of FIFA on my first day off.
Nice.
Heard an email you read out from someone talking about not playing FIFA to play Sekiro Shadows Dying Pies or some shit. I wasn't really listening because I was busy playing FIFA and celebrating every goal like I'd personally scored it in the World Cup final. He mentioned not playing FIFA for 3 hours to play other games. Do both. 2 hours 45 minutes of FIFA and 15 minutes of something else. You can do both, and when you think about it, FIFA has had more sequels than any other game, so it must be it must be the best. And it has a community of genuine, intelligent, and incredibly interesting teenagers who all somehow or other know your mother.
How do they know my mom? She's a great.
Peace and biscuits, John Mouse. So there you go.
Good old John.
Good old John.
Thanks, John.
Good old. Thanks, John.
God, I love John.
Pearls of wisdom.
Yeah, it's
That's all I
just
can
a
say.
wisdom
Pearls of
fountain.
wisdom.
Oh, he does make me laugh. In the chat, we have Step J, and he simply said the words snooker with an extra O featured in it. So thank you for that, Step J. And Irrelevant Native said hashtag butt sex with no context. So thank you very much for that.
Not really sure what that means. It's not like you've got dick butt on screen or something at the moment,
No.
is it?
No. Maybe he's a fan of it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe he says it because he doesn't think that I'm going to read it out or get offended. I have no idea. I don't.
Who
know.
knows?
It's
Who
funny.
knows?
It's funny.
Yeah, cheers, Irrelevant Native. Maybe it's because it's irrelevant.
Maybe
His
yeah.
name's
Maybe
irrelevant.
that's he's just living by his brand. Right. Next email.
Yes. Yes. Next email is from Zachary. And he says it's pilchard and mayonnaise.
Yeah.
So, guys,
Yellow.
I haven't played a game in a long time.
Don't play a game.
I want to badly, but time constraints.
Mm.
Other than the best game ever being made, Death Stranding.
Wrong.
What incredibly weird games are coming out soon?
Dreams.
Don't mention any shit games. I said weird ones.
Dreams. Dreams is weird.
Yeah. Dreams.
Uh,
Dreams is a weird looking game.
See,
but
proof that's.
it's-
It took me 3 times to say dreams before Stu
Oh, so
registered
read
what
the
I
fucking
said.
Email. Am I allowed not to read a fucking email? And
You stop
force
reading
me
it.
to- Jesus
Fucking
Christ.
hell, Jesus. Snooker's weird.
Weird games.
Snooker's a weird game.
Is that it? Is that
I
the
don't-
best you're going to offer?
What else have I got? I don't play weird games. I play good games.
Yeah, but there's some weird games coming out. Judgment is kind of a weird game.
Again, I play good games.
But it's going to be more sort of Yakuza, but without Yakuza. So it's going
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of any.
to be pretty good.
So somebody asked me earlier, like, oh, other than fucking snooker, what else do you want to play? And I was struggling. I was struggling to know, like what is coming out this year that I'm that bothered about. I don't know. Is that age? Am I getting old?
It's because you're old. I've got a weird game that I would recommend to everybody. And I played this at Res and didn't really talk about it, which is called the Untitled Goose Game.
Okay.
Which is just truly awesome. It's just the craziest weird game, but really cool. It's a Switch exclusive as far as I'm aware, and you play. It's an Australian developer again, believe it or not.
All right.
But you play as a goose that has to cause mischief.
Yeah.
So you have quests, and it's stuff like wet the gardener or steal his rake and put it in the pond. So. And it sounds really stupid. And you've got to steal his food and make a picnic. So you've got to make this picnic on a picnic blanket.
It was really good. It was a good game.
It's so much fun. And the animation of
We
the
get
goose,
a video of it.
brilliant. It's honestly, I was just like, I am going to be playing this as soon as it comes out because it looks so funny.
Is it only on the Switch as well? Or?
I think I'm almost sure it's a Switch exclusive.
Oh, okay.
I could be totally wrong. But I feel like it's only on the Switch, but it might not be. It might be on, but I've only ever seen it on the Switch.
Yeah, that's true.
It's on Windows and Switch, so it's PC and Switch only.
There we go.
Well, yeah, it's so funny.
It is.
So yeah, Untitled Goose Game. There's a weird game for you that everyone would love because it's so cute. I mean, the goose animation is so cute.
You were playing this and people were walking past laughing.
They were. It's just and it honks. You can
not at the game. At you.
At me playing it. Probably. But yeah, you can drag stuff around. You can. It's quite funny if you go up to the gardener, you can like bite him on the arse, and he like jumps like you would in real life. He like jumps forward like you've bitten him. It's just.
It is
crazy.
funny. I watched it. It is funny. It's a funny game.
So there you go. That's my weird.
You're just a bastard goose. Yeah, you just.
Yeah.
Is there any other kind? Aren't all geese bastards?
Yeah, probably.
Possibly. But it's cool. It's like quest driven. You've got a tick list of stuff you've got to achieve and do. And it's all handwritten. It's very cute. It looks great. Right, that's my recommendation. I can't think of any others that are weird, to be fair. Anyway, sorry for the long email. Oh no, there's a bit more. Sorry. Also, I couldn't help but notice the pictures of Mike posted. It seems that the little small guy Pilchard is much smaller and more tiny than I had imagined. I heard he liked to put burritos in strange places.
What?
Anyway,
Gallagher, aren't you ever going to email us with an email that doesn't have anything to do with things in people's butts?
Don't worry, it gets better.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sorry for the long email, but I have a weird story. So,
of course you do. You're Jason Gallagher.
I went to ER a while back. I was at work and began to feel a pain. The doctor said it was a pulled or torn groin muscle. I didn't think so. I thought I was banging too hard and hurt my balls.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. So I went to a female doctor. That was fun. Who then sent me to get an ultrasound of my scrotum. Okay. I get in the room. There are 3 women and 1 more on the way. Training, she said. Nice, I thought. Take off your clothes. Is this? Did he dream this? Is this real?
This is P-Town Part 28.
I think it is. Take off your clothes and put them on this sheet. So I'm laying there getting stared at, and the nurse rubs lube on her device, then lifts the sheet. She's going to town on my balls and came all the way up to my wang.
Okay.
As she did this in front of my audience, my boner was on full display.
What are we doing?
As well as on the monitor.
Come on.
I had to pay $450 and got 0 happy endings. Well, she did tell me my balls were fine, so that's good news.
Skipping ahead to
Come on, Stu. We can't read this.
Bloody, I've done that.
There are children listening to this.
Jesus Christ, Jason, what are you?
Jason, we gotta keep it PG-13, dude.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow,
I love your
terribly sorry.
imagination. That is good, but on the other hand,
Jesus
maybe we can
Christ.
have less testicle talk. Save
Wow.
it for our other podcast, testicle talk.
I think he just dreamed that. I don't think that's even real.
I
That
don't
didn't
know.
really happen.
So if you think of something so much that it might happen one day, people say
Maybe
that
that's what he's
that's what he's
doing.
doing.
I don't know.
If you think something up,
It's some sort of Jason fantasy world, I think. And
Maybe.
yeah, we don't approve, Jason. Stop it. Jesus Christ.
oh, Jason.
Oh, Jason.
Anyway,
He said it's not imagined. He's in the chat.
Oh God.
Said it's
Is he
real.
in the chat? Is it real?
It's real, apparently. Oh
Can't be
God.
real. It's not real. Anyway, let's just. I'm just gonna move
Moving
on.
right along. Are there any
No,
more emails?
yeah, you might have had an ultrasound on your bullocks, but it was all the other stuff we're not too sure about. Anyway, this the next one's called "What You Been Playing."
Yeah.
What have you
Been
playing?
playing.
Thanks to Duke for giving me some game codes the other week. It's taken me a while to get playing, as for some reason it didn't load on my PC, but magically now it works. Should stick to consoles, really. Anyway, Super Chains. So there's the reviews.
Super
An
Chain.
interesting take on the match 3 concept. It starts with a couple of standard levels where you have to match 3 discs of the same color next to each other. When you do all, the discs disappear and new ones drop in from top. Repeat until level goal achieved.
Yeah.
Then it steps sideways into a level where you have to find your way through a maze in one go by tracing your way through the discs in specific order.
Yep.
Once you've lit them all up, move on to the next level. There's some repetition, but the levels are different enough to keep you going through and keep you interested. Later levels introduce wordplay, word search style, as well as number strategy by moving the disc to change the numbers. You see, this totally just sounds so much like you, Duke. You know, you like this, didn't you?
Yeah, it's good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I do like it. It's a good game.
You do like it. Colors and graphics are simple and clean. Gameplay is intuitive. The music is calm and soothing. Looks like it should be a mobile game rather than being on PC, but it doesn't suffer for it. Overall, it's a simple puzzler to pass the time. My only wish is that you could save as you go through rather than at the end of each stage. Other than that, very good.
No, I agree.
It's no Quamrian review, but I hope it'll do. Quamrian review, jeez, Quamrian. Oh,
Classic back in the day.
bless him. I don't. I've not
Actually,
heard.
that reminds me. I had a there's a on the Minecraft server. I made a library for you to enchant your tools and stuff, and I called it the Surface Lizard Memorial Library.
Hello, darlings.
Oh,
there you
Surface Lizard.
We love you,
so
Surface
many
Lizard. Holler
memories.
at us. Where are you at?
I don't even know how you enchant things in Minecraft.
Wow. I thought that was like basic stuff.
It is. All I know how to do in Minecraft is
Oh, that's like the Minecraft
mine
expert, like,
and
owning you.
and stack
Mine
shit.
and craft, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, looking forward to the podcast being released on Monday, someday soon. Never happening. Ninja folks, thank you, Ninja. She's in the chat as well. Hello, Ninja.
Hey, Ninja.
Ninja.
Hello, Ninja.
Yeah. Jason Goller in the chat. Thank you, Ninja, by the way.
Don't.
No.
don't.
There's a reason. Right. Trust me, Stu.
Okay,
Trust me.
Okay.
Jason in the chat said, "I'm warning you guys. If you ever have one, to get one, good luck." And he's talking about an ultra scan on your testicles, right?
Yeah.
He assumes that I've never had one.
Oh, he does. He does.
Have you?
assume.
How dare he assume such a thing? Of course, I have had one
Why?
because there was a lump on my testicle.
I hope it was benign.
It was. It wasn't a. It wasn't cancer.
Oh, it
Right.
wasn't a.
And
It
after,
wasn't.
it was like a cyst thing, all right?
Oh.
And I was like, well, what the fuck does this mean, doc boy?
Doc boy.
Which is I'm paraphrasing. It's not actually what I said.
I can just imagine you saying to the doctor that
and-
very phrase.
I went, yo, doc, what's that mean?
Boy.
And he said, "Pfft." That's what he said. Yeah.
Is that he just made a noise at you.
It's- And he went, no, he said it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. But I was shitting myself. I was like, oh my God. Because he said, yep. Because I had to go to the doctor, and he, like my normal GP, and I thought what would happen is I would take my kegs down. He would fill me up a bit, and he would be like, "No, you're just being paranoid." Do you know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
And he took my kegs down, felt my bollocks, and he went, "Yep, there's a lump." And I went, "Fuck!" Right? And I was like, first of all, I was like, "Thank God I went." And then,
yeah, exactly. I was just going to say, it's a serious message.
Just,
you know, if you ever
check
worry
your
about
balls,
something,
check your
get
balls.
it checked out.
The reason why I'm
check it
telling
out.
this story is because it's a serious subject. But like, this is an introduction to I do like the NHS, Duke. But when my short time in America and I had to visit a hospital in America, it's basically like a private hospital, all right? Because in the UK I had to wait 2 weeks for the conclusion of that episode. And there was like, yeah, I'll book you in. It'll be about 2 weeks. I don't know. Bye. Whereas in America, like when they said in America that gonna have to have a scan, MRI scan or whatever, and you go. In the UK, I go, oh my God, we have to wait 3 days for that, and the nurse went,
and the rest.
The nurse went, but it might take. You might have to wait a bit. Well, you know, yeah, it might be about 10 minutes. I mean, just fucking get me in.
Yeah.
So it swings and roundabouts, but it also costs a fucking bomb in America. That's the other problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Where's your checkbook?
I would gladly wait a little more if we meant that people didn't have to do GoFundMe's for their goddamn insulin.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Right. Anyway.
That's it. That's all the emails we've got.
Is it?
Okay, well, thanks, everybody. Thanks to all the pilots in
sometimes stuff comes in. Let me just check. I'll just check.
Just check.
You know, because sometimes we get some late comers. Let me look.
I can't see any.
No, I don't think we've had any more. Lewis is probably busily revising. So even Lewis is not here tonight.
Yeah, Lewis did send a message saying he's sorry that he couldn't come to the arcade club meetup, but he said he.
Sorry doesn't cut it. We're not okay with that. You need.
Oh, he's doing his GCSEs.
No. We've now insta banned him.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
from everything.
Instantly banned.
So ashamed of you.
Yeah,
it's true.
So I guess we should do some shout outs and get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Let's go.
Time for shout out. Hey,
Duke.
I'm gonna shout out everybody who's been playing on the Minecraft server: Bongo, Marcanix, and Chinny, ostensibly. Although I haven't seen him on, so I don't know if he actually is playing on it.
I've been on twice.
Nicole's been playing. Her niece, I think, is on, and Amar's been on, and yeah, it's just cool to be playing with people. Finally, this is the first time I've ever been able to. No, that's not true. I played with some of the gamesmen and Verbal Rob and them. So yeah, but it's cool to have another Minecraft server. It's a game you can always go back to. And Antonio, we should play some Rocket League at some point. Yeah. And shout out to the Duchess because she's awesome. She did our taxes recently.
There you go.
And she's reading my book, so thank you, Duchess.
Well, I'm going to shout out Derek. Derek Sands. Because Derek, bless him, you know, is such a nice man. He's such a nice man. He brought us gifts. He ate half a meter of pizza, which was a lot of pizza.
How does that make him a nice man?
Because he brought gifts. He brought me a memory stick, like a mixtape.
I don't understand what him eating a lot of pizza has to do with him being a nice man.
I couldn't have eaten that pizza. It was enormous.
Only nice people can eat a big pizza.
Only nice people can eat a pizza as big as that.
Jerks don't eat pizza.
Exactly. But he bought me a mix stick. That's what I'm going to call it.
What's that?
A mix stick, because he bought me a memory stick with loads of music on.
Oh, cool.
As a gift. So I've been listening to it today. He's got some good stuff on there. He's got a bit spiritualized on there, which I kind of like. He's got some, what else is on there? There's loads of stuff on there. Some Rob the Bank, which I was kind of impressed with, which is a DJ over here, but he's not that well known. So I was kind of impressed. There was a bit of Rob the Bank on there, and it was kind of this folky dance music, which was kind of cool.
Sounds like he's copying a name from Run the Jewels, but whatever.
Yeah, which I've never heard before. What else was on there? Some Doves. I like some Doves. And he even had Television Marquee Moon, which is a great album.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't know. So there was some. He had good idea of what my taste in music is, which was kind of impressive. So there you go. So
rattle on about it on the show quite a bit. So.
Well, maybe. So thank you, Derek, and thank you to everybody who came to the meetup, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
I could name names because I've still got the sheets from the knockout tournament, so I've got everybody's name, but I'm not reading out 24 names, so I'm not gonna. But
Wow.
thanks for everything. I know.
Okay.
There you go, Chinny. Over to you.
Yes, I'll also shout out Derek. He gave me a mixed stick as well, and I plugged it into my car and listened to it on the way back. So thank you very much. It had the GTA San Andreas theme on it, so that was cool. Yes. Also, obviously, a shout out to everybody that came out to the arcade club. I'm being absolutely serious now. It really does just fill my heart with joy to all these people that come up, and it just makes me very happy. I'm very happy that it all happened, and it can only go on from here. So maybe we'll do a Leeds one next year. I don't know, but we'll see. Yes, obviously, a massive shout out to the new subscribers on YouTube. I've got a lot of new love on YouTube. And what we're up on subs here? We got 736 subscribers on our YouTube channel now, and about 6 days ago it was about 620. So just an indication of how fast that's growing. So I'll still sort of do other stuff on YouTube, but at the moment, because it is the season for snooker, so because it is snooker season, I will be concentrating on snooker on the YouTube channel for now. So yep, thank you to everybody who's listening new. If you're in the chat right now, thank you so much. If you're new, welcome to the show. Stream every Sunday and Thursday, blah 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 blah. And what?
We are not military veterans. I should have said that.
We are not military veterans, definitely not. We are veterans of the gaming lifestyle. And shout out to I will shout out Step J, because Step J, we know Step J for years, and he's genuinely happy that I'm making lots of snooker videos, because him and I, we bond over snooker video games, and we played one back along on the YouTube channel. So yeah, all good. And I think that's about it. We'll shout out to my brother and Jonah who came. My brother didn't do as well as eating a pizza this year as he did last year. Rob and his friend Paul, everybody. I don't want to keep naming.
Yeah, and a shout out to Rob, of course, and his son Charlie for coming all the way from Ireland.
I know, amazing.
All the way from Ireland, and brought us gifts.
Soulbrother says, hold the next one down. Hold the next one in the US down south, Savannah, Georgia, to be specific.
Is there an arcade club there?
Well, you never know. Andy is branching out. He does say he wants one in the
maybe that's
Midlands.
where he's gonna,
He wants one in the Midlands, but he didn't say what country in the Midlands, did he? He could have said the middle of America.
He didn't. Maybe the next one's going to be in America.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knew? And as always, should always give a thank you to everyone who emails in the show and gives us stuff to read out, which is always great. Well, yeah, even Jason to an extent.
Well, we appreciate you writing in. We
love Jason. We love Jason, but it's just like,
we do.
Whoa. That was...
just steady on the too much information.
But a serious message came from it.
A serious message did come from it.
If you're a man, check your balls. If you're a woman, check your boobs.
There you go. Right. On that very informative note, I guess we should get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening, people.
Outro song.
God, I hate this.
The end of the show. You fucking pricks. Turn the podcast off. Oh, wait, you don't need to do that because it'll turn off when it ends. Why don't you listen to another podcast, you ungrateful fuck?
Instead, sitting at home, watch TV, turn up slow food to me.
There you go. Time to go.
Indeed. Oh, I didn't put the goodbye screen on the...
Oh, did you not? Oh, no.
No. Well, we've
Do the
got.
whole show over again.
It sounds like we've got a new sort of listener, Mr. Bubba Django, who found us through the snooker content. He said, "Great show, enjoyed it, thanks."
So there you go. Thank you,
what-
Mr. Bobby
Look at that,
Django.
look at that. Just to let you know, Stu, it's a little bit inside baseball here, but I now I named the episode on the Google Doc there. So you
All
can-
right, okay. You
so-
did do that for a bit and then it stopped. So I'll,
Yeah,
you know.
I've started to do it again. I've called it
Okay.
Snooker Loopy Arcade Club.
There you go. I like it.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah. More. People want more of the snooker videos, so I guess that's what you'll be doing now. Yeah, it'll like the Veteran Gamers channel will just become the snooker channel.
Well, you know, like it's. I suppose to talk about it briefly, it's like it's a niche that sort of very few people are doing. So I'm happy to turn it up, right? Because
Yeah, turn it up
I
to
found
11.
that I found that niche on luck. Really, we almost didn't interview Holly from Lab 42, and you know, and because there's a thing called proactive serendipity. Remember where I said that word serendipity, Stu, and you picked up on
You
it?
did. Good.
Duke, are you aware of proactive serendipity?
Well, I know what serendipity is, and I know what it means to be proactive, so I think I can guess. But why don't you tell me?
So basically, there's this YouTuber, and he said he met Tom Hanks, right? And the way he met Tom Hanks was proactive serendipity.
He made it happen. He willed it into existence.
Because he made lots of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And he made videos about certain subjects, and then YouTube invited him to a thing,
Hmm.
and then so by being proactive,
That's-
serendipity happens because you're proactive. So there's an example there. I was proactive. I made the EGX Res video very, very quickly, and I made all the interviews separate videos. I wasn't going to do that, but I did. And then by complete chance, the snooker one took off because everybody wants to. And then I was like, oh, everybody wants to know about snooker because no one's making videos about snooker video games. So then I just went in and did it.
How about that?
There you go. Proactive
Go
serendipity.
ahead with your bad self.
Lovely.
Yeah. And that's the show.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
just end on something
I
fun.
saw what you did. Saw what you did there.
What number?
484.
484.
484.
484.
Okay.
Right, say
Cool.
goodbye to the live listeners, everyone.
Goodbye, live people.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, live listeners.
And goodbye, Chinny and Stu. I'm glad you had fun on the meetup.